Yamwache yamwakwa Badwam TV Badwam so yadanita ekote gwase enkranchen semene so odebreye de edu so no Adom TV Badwam kase samno ne etojo mu bi ya wobetini aposifo achi nipa num bi a wokotu bro Ghana National Fire Service personnel bi eso no yede honsam no ebebremo yebebo awrayen sam foforo mu nso ne yakohwe sade mpanimfo bo won homoden pa se nuane a yedi ekoyen yemu no ebewie kire na ne awudo enkum yen eno ne nsem bi na no pai mede somo Adom TV Badwam kase wo shame live our Facebook/Adom TV extra Go TV channel 119 DSTV 280 YouTube search Adom TV tube mede de afia abankwa tamaklo afia ne de kwan sotie nsem no enchemu ankasa yachi nipa num bia yesusuo se womo a etubro Ghana National Fire Service adwumayefo bi ewo kumase no se nipa womo ebenum ho bi na ni nyina ne se ebo no niema en womo ede bro womo fi se ja eto race course wo kumase no womo ankeka won ho ti womo bedu ho no na se ne ebro ena womo ebebro no nti sansam no ni ho ye behwe na yenya ye de ebebremo. Director Metro Public Health Department War and Crime Assembly Engineer Florence Kuji osi ne won mo ye ne o betimi bia bo homoden pa se enuane a yeton ewa adwama so a ye diko nipadua mu no ebe ye papa ebe wie enya nsunsan so bone ewa ye nipadua so ana se ennane awuduo enkum yen woni Adom TV kase ene di nkomo yi.
The salad that o mention salad must be eaten cold. Salad must not be eaten warm. Until we prepare salad, na se o pese wo ton salad no echa, e we se wo de share cold chain mu. Sane ye be ya, tem bia o be serve no, it will still have its own nutritional content na e we se nimpa ni dia onya. But se wo ko twitwa salad, e di kosi ho from morning to evening. Microorganisms be grow into it. Ukodi a uyembe ya oya. Oberane diarrhea. Ubetimi ewu nkra afam. Nimpa bebre have gone through food poison issues ebinum ahwe omokra.
Wosan edi tudwa se. Womo de nhihye awodo egu kwam edi ama wo manfo a womo eto anuane ewo kwan no.
Baby a me free pito na ye one of your main artisanal process food process. Inti ma me no nim say pito no should be served in a pot with the yeast, the white yeast all over the pito. That indicates that this is very good pito. So who can try to say on san, you need to play with the person's emotion. Mani who say, Sabe, the pot you are using, pot no has no lid. Until the pito no go wa, aboy betimi ato pito no mu to contaminate the pito from somebody we be normal or betimi anya yarebi. But udi go bottle mu a obe kataso, ube sili. So access into it. So these are some of the things we can do to change the artisanal food processes for them to do the best through training.
MPP amanyoko no ekuo bia won mo aka won ho aboma wom ewo tamale se nhwehwemu nyumako awodo wo mamu no enimi ya wonye nhwehwemu emfa eye nkonfam a isusu se na wuduo ewo mu eno nso enam so ama ejoso mra so bedwani kodi bi ene what one another months do no se sa na tie dia o sempedufo ehwehwem.
For the purpose of clarity, we want to use this medium to call on the individuals making such these rather bizarre and unfounded statements to provide vivid and empirical evidence to the Ghana Police Service to conduct truly and purpose investigation to investigate to establish the otherwise the veracity of such allegations.
Mahama Esanatu asanso de ato police sanhene George Akufudampare ene police adwumakuo ni nyina enim se ni manimu ye won hyase enye hwehwemu emfa ne nam so a ema owura no ehwere no nkwa no eho.
We wish to make a passionate appeal to the IGP Dr. Dampare to, as a matter of agency, deploy his men to investigate thoroughly this unfortunate incident. Finally, we admonish the general public, especially those making these wild allegations, to respect the memory and the disease and sensitivity of the bereaved family.
Municipal Chief Executive Won Kwanta South Woti Mantam ne mu ye Felix Osujima wode to na de hye nyina nim wonye ne ombetumi wonka won mu nyina won ho emum sebeya ye betumi aye nsakraye won hye na ye de ahye won mo so no na masumdue afa ne ntuma pefra.
The issue of curfew in Nkwanta South, I would say it has not been entirely decision by the Interior Ministry and Ampo Rixen say ever curfew into Nkwanta. So it's as a result of say Yankasa Yahubetoyen and Nampu Yibenya that peaceful cordiality within the township or the municipality. Yes, I can't wait because it isn't as if say your own man the curfew at you. So for us as citizens in this particular township, in as much as you're calling for the review of the curfew, so me can as a municipal chief executive they say yenina yen kan bom na yen presa sumdue ma papa bia obedu bia no say o kan sumdue sem e de kire obi bia emabunu won nananom hemfo various stakeholders security agencies any obi bia owo Nkwanta South ase
Geoffrey Kene Nkwanta South Emma Shebedwani nso ne kasa yimu no wo kire nsunsan so oboni a ehye nano ababejai ewo enwuma enemanfo abraboso ye no nti ehu behia se wonom ebeye mu ensesemu.
Say I must be about me in curfew. And there you can say, and then 3 days, Obiko parking the motor in one of the communities. Answer na Obebano, Yashimoto a motokino. Now where it is from Jeba, where a Bema confidence say, curfew no, you better review. Where Chesa Sunjo on Quantasab, and as you in Quantasab. The best re, say baby a quacodrum, Yenina, Yamfa Yetu, Yajai, your matches near Yakudia, Yahangi. Ye pre nkoso e man kwantasa ye ka say sa conflict aboy ka bebre e ka conflict aboy ye wie na calculate mawa e ya de betimi di mpuntu papa abre.
President Ada National Association of Intromurus Mr. Abraham Kwame Amoa wode to Intromuru mani nyina nim se wo mo kasa no won hwe so obeka ba bi on be pie bia won ka ne titiw ne wo ma no a wo mo no ono omo nka sebeya won remfi won kire oni Adom kase etwaso.
Abraham Kwame Amoa panyini a woda National Association of Intromuru ano wotremu se kuo ne botaye pa ene se wonom behwe ama impumtu aba wonum ekrumu honom na fe obi biara wo ye Intromuruni no watumi ede ahoahoa ne ho afi sokura no wonom pese enkwada wonum eye Intromurufo nyina no wonom etumi eka wonom kasa no na wote ase enso ne senti ku a wonom ate no wo ba behwe sa asemi nyina na waka.
The association deem it fit to prioritize developmental communication, create a sense of pride about Intromuru identity, and urge members to use the Intromuru dialect as medium of communication, especially to younger children and among adults. This sensitization drive requires the cooperation of all, as it is a major cause of worry to all of us, and especially our chiefs, whose subjects outside homelands struggle to speak in native dialect and struggle to assimilate when they pay homage on them in their palaces. This embarrassing trend must be kept, as literacy in a native dialect represents pride, identity, and readily connect us with ease as fellow tribesmen.
Mrashabeje for de central for ya wodu onjuma awo mrashabeje fiemu no afa entity awodo emu wo mo standing orders no a won masesemu no sebeyan central for de amane free parliament eba bonten no ombehunu nia ombeka na de ombeka so ebeye pepe na de asumdue ebeba wo man Ghana mu a Adom TV kase edebe
Opepombe so meda neto sumienu e wa fimpinu ene aduru nan yimu ena mrahebedwa eye ensesaye e wo standing orders a wodidi dwuma e wo fie honomu emu ne senti wode ensomtrofo a wonom ebo amane efie mrahebedwa mu afantitie mu sede beya wonom ebehunu akwan pa sa standing orders fufuri wode eba beye adwuma sewe kwablensia eye clerk of parliament ensem wodi tudwa e workshop na se no yentie bi.
The work of Parliament in our governance architecture could only be well understood and appreciated by the citizenry through the dissemination of relevant information pertaining to the mandate, procedures, and the conduct of business of the House. This orientation program, therefore, affords members of the Parliamentary Press Corps the opportunity to familiarize yourselves with the contents of the revised standing orders to enable you report accurately, not only on the proceedings and other activities of Parliament, but also on the intricate practices and procedures that underpin certain decisions, motions, and resolutions of.
Minority Leader Womrashe Bejafie Dr. Atoba Forson. Na Mampeni State of the Nation address no Mgusua Ebobo ho. Na wachire mu se Kufuado amemwo we no aseye economy nti amanyuma bebre no ananke wo man Ghana mu no munyina firi ha ko bo nsese wo baabi a ebeboa wonyuma Adom kase etwasui.
Bramra Shebijafo ehyiemu na womo kasadiafa omampeni the State of the Nation address. Ensemo de betu dwa no eho anadom ketwa no openi odi wonanim Dr. Kisel Atoba Forson edi tu dwa se ohwe omampeni Ekufuado na ban a ekamia ye se oman ni sikasem no enyina ye kura we enam sunti no companies awodo bi e wo Ghana ha no sese wo mo efria ebi ene big a wo mo eye pen a na wo mo wo Ghana sese wo mo efri Ghana.
These are important issues that we must all be concerned about, right, Honorable Speaker? More and more businesses are leaving our country as a result of poor business environment. Increasingly, captains of industry are exploring other places to relocate their businesses from Ghana as a result of the burdensome and stagnating policies of this government, particularly high tax regime. Mr. Speaker, sad to say that Togo, Benin, Ivory Coast, and other places in the sub-region are fast becoming destination of choice for businesses that are moving out of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I'm sad to point out that the almighty BIC, the pen-producing company, has stopped producing its pens in Ghana. Unilever Ghana, which has for long ago been producing its famous Lipton tea, has stopped its tea production here in Ghana. Unilever Limited has relocated its tea production to Nigeria. So, Speaker, we have again lost jobs by exporting Lipton tea from Nigeria to Ghana.
NDC Franka Attorney John Dramani Mahama share nananamon cry for a boss wobeye enhwehwemu de afa won sase a yajeje afri won mo ensemo no Adom TV etwaso.
I've also announced already somewhere that the issue of Ghana lands is a very disturbing issue. It's a vexed issue and it raises a lot of emotions. And so for the last time, when NDC comes into office, we're going to set up a commission of inquiry on Ghana lands to make recommendations on what government should do in respect of Gadangbe lands. And at the same time, it will also investigate looted state lands, because the chiefs and people of Gadangbe gave land to government for specific projects. If government is using those the land for those projects, there's no problem.
Owe no sign to na nanu manimu se omomodin ase enkran man no amamre ya wogidi no betumi aboho dawuro we pia so amana ko nanim se na ebe ya ebeboa amma omanfo ehunu de puntu so aba enkran ha.
Because you go and see lands that government is no longer using. Private people have bought them and are building all kinds of edifices on them at the expense of the traditional people. And so that is an issue we'll take into consideration. A commission of inquiry into Gadangbe lands, including the issue of looted state lands. Then we'll also look at the posting of Gadangbe teachers. I had it here already, and I've spoken about it. And then also maintenance of Gadangbe culture.
Maminya no sona Adom TV kase na hada brema kwan na no pay mede asie asedam koma omre no adaje a ode hweye me kwa ba de bonkrata no wa online stories no wa ha na fe ye de no so atwaso yada se ya kwa ba bi me Adom TV Badwam na ohwe no wa fe na wa bie wa fidie no asedane ye odia stations ne dɔɔso na so de ɔsi Adom TV ɛna wobɛhwɛ yɛda ase hyɛno so na kai say still we are in Ghana month nti ye de Ghana ye ɛnɛ de masesemu ɛkakra ni nyina gyina mɔte wohwɛ me hɛyɛ boy hɛyɛ telecell wa wate dada sem Vodafone asesa ɛkɔ telecell
connecting energies
nti mwate ne nkan de na kasa me ne Sir Benjamin Asante Dakon Mr. Eka ho enche o boni PhD no na ne doctor nso aba be kan ti be me na no pe me mwache
well maji oso
na bibia boko
na me adon bibia boko na just that they be done the nyamire tuma koma so and me be me ti say nyam no he can do it
do it better for you far more than you can think that he will ever do he can do it
better for you and we so mama de makosi de me program until I was say billboard nurse of mama church Reverend Dr. Mrs. no mo show come omotodi bi o ma bro say do mo say pia mo kunu ma mo kunu sa pepe so no
ba asemu so de asemabo on say be man ye frɛ no ba ni ho
there be no ni ho
enti no eno sa no nyame
so ba no ne boafo ana no nipa na teacher na as a transfer of spirit eba
nti na ncha no mo so akosofodie no so ba reverend
o busa pedo anje bia no kani o be ja adwuma kasia o ye wo
na ode no ho
ahye you know
nti man dey na sometimes anya e call
it say mema no ye stubborn say man crowd yes of my opinion yeah mema no na mo oh hard to boni
mema no yeah
what about news of mama you yeah na baby kwa ye but ye ne be ye wie pe mo so mo certain interest bi
because who clear of opinion also mama no so carry a spirit be now they are tarnished
ah busa so chief he didn't tell me that by
den
obere bo jara mlako wo wanfanu wan ko shem busa so Victor Kusi Boate wanfanu wan ko shem busa apostolic empowerment salasi wanfanu wan ko shem ko oil of a dome is oil dome is a Reverend Kwanshankra wanfanu wan ko shem ko East Sudanaba wanfanu wan ko shem oko eye ICGC a so pay otabe o be bi na ura bishop agina o de krakra ni nyina o de o be fa o go shema
so do hu shem
o de hu be shem na ma enwosra na tima ye mo eti se okuru ja pulpit so a na o de o no o be si wa no se o kenka tasbi no na rade bo me kunu rade ide rade bo no ba rade hunu mo bo rade hunu mo bo eti rade hunu mo bo akọ to picture because so dem ko no ja o be so pass no from na opra nipa nyo
enti kwabna se wuyi even asofo die no kra fi honum now the ba normal ware fo kra na se muso mo ye wana eno so ejina
mo se oyire no oda ona afro be interested in so a church for e na lesson no see what maybe
no so the one jim because even ye kra ye centralfo edwuma
ye mema no o ye se join ndi
me chese central edwuma kra no se niema o se me wote wa na bibi se election time mo be frɛ e ya mo hwɛ mo ye o you don't say family no so the one jim e ko so the one jim
eti obi ade no gi ade ni eti a chese ade de ma na se wo ya so for central di gani bibia ye ni bo amanfo o da amanfo akoma so eti anamo bi a wotu e good so dey say we are papa no pe ade bi a wo ye se ka wo nko ade a e bi an problem
sa
but ti enye problem ba nipa bi de no re ne ho ato so unya nyame de ba wo nyame sa ti nyame kan yo me nka se wo nyame de ba wo nyame ebi se eni papa o mo de o mo ho ato so no you have no idea enu tira wo tu na mo bi na ye chi a na ni pe esu mo o mu na eni tira obi fra asase we so kra na esu ebi ti mi kwa ma
wo say the shoe de ne banka e be so ma de na ba
so it dey wo ye bia no frimpon jotes and what you say unko na ogina ana kakra mo tibi da mama on tino unko na gaga de bi eni pa ni dawso so for Israel papa benga yo ni nyina mu se ni pa ni dawso
na no esa adjectives ya abefa
wow osmosis efe dia go se wa ko ware ite unko na oyiru je de bi o ma me fro o schoolmates bi fro ni pa ni dawso
kwa ba me ntwo no woni se si a baby a medru ya ma ware a wo mamu nan wo tu kwa papa be fro no wadu wo ko he on san kai dealing kamade me ho
ni dawso
kamade me ho me ya maame enti adi abiem
Any penny down so.
Nti nyane se wonko ana wonko. It's true pa. It's true.
Wonko de odwene wonko aho eti se obi gina benkum ni nifa na obuhi kra o de ogina wo contents a obebu ahwe ewu. Onya island. Ho na ya na esa asrese so nyame dom na so hira wa. Aya na wakai. Onyame odom na ohira wa. Sa nhira na onyame di adom no odi afem. Se won so betimi di aboa ni bia omo wa ho hihiem no mo yamboa. Na won so so aye boa wo no so no enkoye boni aye.
Sa asam na na waka na nura na me ne me make bi di nkom. Ono ni ha. Na mere bi twemu. Na nyonko o wa ha frɛ no. E na oboa no. Sikasemu na oboa no. Enti the way oka no se de ma me yare. Ohia mo akakra. Ayem hihie obatan yare de. Odi bibre no. The next minute ohu ye no na say one guys members atena se sinkonwa ena da e friend say Facebook e da abonten. Nti e wa wasa babie mu behia wa nya ama no. Nya no wa nya ne sa kwabna ne adwa. Obi ama obi odo ma me yare abeto no so said no wo bi so no woni bi odi bi boa ewie ye no de na ade ye nti eno na kwabna e ka no obi boa wo titi wo na wa ama no ne no chale nya bete I say so to you can decide not to come to work e what the only option
na be kona manager na akwa na exercise
what's sa madam for ne kan say wan hwe ye a na wo na wo ye adwumawura wo sika nyina be ma workers because I want hourly. Our be our tria. And this old daddy in the bomb. Obey we are nice or discarding in our mom. The American dear Babisi and they say, Obi mau be beer. You su at the crony ye. Manen wonta. Na nipano were children who say, Osumesi. Radia me the man, Radia ye. At the next time, what the be move account one you won't pray no. And the crowd, the old child be idea. Because when himself, the old bayano, a babroso. Ni ade be ma wi uni betwo nu because wa mra na onya
ya nu twa nu kwa wi ne kwa na uni 20 agama me 5
what you see
you know wasa calculate uni 20 agama me 5
e bega with your choice o betwo ada pa
no na wo hu ni mobo na wo ma ne bi no ono sa ka so uni 20 agama me 5 amenchi ahema nyina na menchi ayemfu nyina na menchi awon so waje bra won so hwe ni de tie se hwe ewi ase se obi ase e dia ka kire won se emre
sa
me catchero adwene no ampa unnem o how ni amani mu pa ba catchero say no matter what it is onyame do be trust our storm so o tell that ko ye be pebra ma cameraman for be dia dance here kwa e bi num fa so wura multimedia ha kwa e bi num fa so ende onyame adom mo a omotimi ato half plot ne one plot dia omo obo sisikitu omo peja mu kakro enije ye wow don't compare my enije to your enije o
I don't know compare who to
exactly don't compare me enije to wo enije and me mabrabo no because onyame abodie mu no obia ne nsuru mesi na mo
level sa grace obia ne grace sa favor na to so a
no no me church atawale I know my level. Hello. Well, no, if you actually telecell at the end, I can't send the dead actual. Okay, daily graphic in my kakraka, telecell is here, connecting energies. The energies not to talk to sing kakra, offer crowd and cocrana, and we don't want to start powering in a case, you need to use a telecell, no chatum pena, and a corner. You know, nti
enche almost a telecell no kasa noma na kasa mfuni
ni kasa no na if you kasa so no tetefu all the name na
Vodafone ne o masesa no ko no telecell
yes diti asiesa
se uhunu ana tese no ano
no ti asiesa ti ade de open
anything and one man who Ghana
open HR manager for telecell open jubia
our position so
open jubia
me boda ro na am we are the rona na ebo
the rona na ebo
who ni say
we don't match of Adaka Brother pay Adaka Brother for Papa so baby over yeti won kana che match wa kwanso so sema wodo ato de bokata ambadu minim so betima ma misa mo fra na mo to jom 2 minutes and coming French because do na we tell you free man asa dia ka bia
dia na nsroma dia nsroma nyame ya domo a kwasi ada 3:30 TV na chi
na fe continue
ye nhwe wo mo na nyame ya adom nso a 1st April eye fufuo party ebedi peche what you say eye Easter Monday ti choba na opese wo ye opese obe ka fufuo party no ho a ye de number no betudwa na chese won so aba be join first April Easter Monday
but your first April no carry edi fufuo ni wi a the 2nd 3rd 17th 16th 18th 21st ni na I am
booked sa ani je ngo a ye nyame aye na eso mo ani je kwa bani say mo pa na kopon no ho say ka say oni pa that say ofu aye no kuro nti de o mo ka say de otiasini na hu ni say wawu ba ono de wawu ni do hu ni say wada ayampo go come na me kokra o na mini mo have sorry radom das what I nwango
and this is the little things that we appreciate nyame a
because when nyame anka me ko
obi wo hono mo o tese ono no aseda kekekra rade me da wase no I ntokwa
le ma no nya ntokwa e so da na se hwe
odaroma
o da te se ufuo
aseda
na o te ho na se be nya
na nya mai de koyense no so do fufuo party so ma ya nke be boa na nka pam
fawayo
once we wait for a year na me ka say African games no eguso boteman ana legon bibia na me ko
bra ho be hebe but ho offense
papa no na me ka say be jibre ko apart from say na me ka chere obi say ufri re-junction na so ko do school junction na ko boteman na esenka nyoma bi wo kwan no
ma wo se BBC ko bi
but
no enye late
uremu a
wo se nyoma ko so so wo le gon han so abra ho ho kama
de enim ya ne se biri bia da yi twampoa ala we dia Africa nyina ba Ghana ye mo ni nyi ansa omokwa na afi yanka se sinto no da hihye ne kakra bibia ya negative
bibia nye
papa
ada me etesa
enkopem da ben
na be papa da ben ye be appreciate
you da ben say ebibiri nyina bibiman nyina be hia e wa agokansie mu e wo Ghana ewi ase nyina e hwe Ghana ndi wo so ba bi anam ko be na sinto bi wo na block sinto no fast e ma sinto ni mbie nye kese we bie kese a enya pipi no mo ni magu ase o ya kutia o my Ghana and nti na me sere no because bibia ye fichire na agiegu whilst yentimi nye the daily guide say na sparks outrage in parliament. Our Greek Ministry opens PFJ 2 application, and the big one, my husband died of terminal disease, John Kuma's wife now, Akase. Election 2024, Baumia leads Mahama in swing constituencies. Daybreak is to say, Imani boss against jail term for gays. And GGA president elected FAD steering committee member, Federation of African Journalists. Daily Graphic, Efiama Kwata de na Jumakuno, Vodafone to Telecel, Abagana, and Tiahuasem, and he says, I'm changing Akoye, and then you Vodafone beam. Dubasha transitioning from Ariba to the end to the end of from Airtel, Nitigo, Nicasa, Panasabasinko, Akoye, Airtel Tigo, now Shana, from Canada, and Ghana.
One touch.
Yes, one touch. And about Vodafone. Maybe the name one. I will be a friend. But in that is a David and such. I papa. I won't hear papa. Almost what's the one?
Okay, that's a pa. Happy birthday, Paul, Dr. Shine Aqua. And then the age more high, Dr. Shine Aqua. And a birthday tea. Come now, Castle. And then so a silk crowder. And then if I am too, when you did. And then the fire fast.
Make what I mean, she into with a minute back up pepe. Oh, maybe do me, and I do back on. Well, I'm doing Adam Horse also. And you better. Number 2 new.
Ah, then number 2, yeah. Someone mountains are fasting, your crown or a form of healing, like a bow or health.
There's a form of what tramedy. The more I fast, and I would dear papa.
Yeah, but I see, and you're for 4 party number no at all. It's a Mr. So person joining ye. Me person be a moment joining ye. Nanya fe, nanya kama. A for 4 kwani ye bedie. Don't hear no wasanka. It's number ye 0248 287 692 say CCBM 0248 287 692 restaurant shop bar ubetumi abejoin friend number no Mr. and friend be come pe we no ye for fufu party be power chow pa wate yenye we no ya nsem foforo yada se pa umre no wadaje ye kwe prof yike wallace e dia kudie mo nsem beba na wotwe ye no ye sha se fruits ehun common ye die no awote mfasode wo anka nnuane nnu ahodo 100 and whatever one kamu and then so fruit be na ye discuss mfaso be na beboa wonti e wo se odibie ni nyina health tips a ye de bebro na afi mambo atman so aye krado e de ahosepe ebeba kwasi so ebeba de asemidika na afi nkomo ba akumienu bi hye ho na ye de no so abro na afi mema so agenadwa no ne yempanifo atena se de pensempense mo no abro wo kwa share live on Facebook/Adom TV ana YouTube and our search Adom TV 2 ehon so benya ye bebi abedro bia say Go TV a channel no search 119 ana DSTV so a 280 ye ni somo dodo nti ye ko na prof atwaso
Some of our case be famra Adom TV so Adom TV so bedwo dwumadi so dia o kenzi on sempai sa kena no pensu jao within the Enoch Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch back pe the only nomenclature the professors degree in sports the original Wallace the nation's presenter and the messing kunya ekon quantum coordinates model sa kana no pensu biu e Ghana gudim eja chansman say game park games and etachi omde the eagerly anticipated pick one game no and aba arrival with the bank but modern that sort who betin agime betin aboa e maniama etia to 2 year oni mu fe nwotwe a emfa gym national authority phone paying for tachiri and the game park games and komo so 8 mi aba yen sha se emfa fi EPL and matches Saudi defense PM Chelsea Newcastle United itwomeka na se ne PM no eno Chelsea for mudi na hwesen ne Mexico so Newcastle for na rewosem etimi ekotom kuma so but yentintom UEFA Champions League and matches na 8 fans at was so uninterrupted na me adoma e the updates bebre wa sempa 94.7 FM na fa dom 106.3 FM so tiana we TV radio so kakra e the account Arsenal wo any FC Porto and be shese kan Barcelona and Napoli e the akensi no e betimi abo so afemetiatom e wo yedim African Games the 13th edition Accra 2023 na enra African Games na sene na any campus spectacular display ana etimi SA2 dwa na Ghana ani abrantie fence Abeku Jackson ye kan kofo atu nsum dware a abrantie ndi makwetene pa na bucket ma dware kwai de na utu nsum dware na wakọ best don hwede kakra bi no na enye betesa Abeku Jackson ebegu hard or 100 meters butterfly final today ene ana sanche sonko no ebetia baso tunyani a na odwani a kire airport Timan Sports Complex so na akohwe 100 meters butterfly final no Ghana ni abranti Abeku Jackson promise nyame adoma obedware pata enya sem keto akra wrestling atentam so no yelusu to Congo fo enu a e was Akins kesi timesa to John but beach volleyball and timesa kire bobere chitogo fo twom 2-1 e was Akins kesi timesa to John wani akoma na hwese na agro no esi koe 2023 Ghana yeni agency so ne mani bi ho a ense dan tutu ye no minister me ati asese ene ya fina hockey equipment nya ma bi omoto no afina abedu nti e be start hockey later on some of the games no nti munya botrema bibia betimi atoto fem kama edi amagana na mum enye se ye je medals do no kra ne omobota omo hwanim se kwa bia so betinya successful competition e wodwumadi e betimi se pim no na yenti ntoma Nigeria for omso eminent na fem no ye ka nkofo ase benyado ompija kamu na di modu a Nigeria for winning gold enra sika ukọ ana omogie na ena musini fense odifo ekopiem o GCB hall eho ana ekamu na die pija no ekoso atwafo kakra Nigeria for omo winning gold omo ben ya West African Neighbors omo ben he ya omo winning gold na odifo report no ana yehwe anim se nyame adom esabe ka fi GCB hall ana esajmede kese netmen sa to femti yankum na enhwe se esabe ka Nigeria for omo egoda omo gie nti mo yebu ye negu eno so ti mo fanche kakra na yenkum ha na sports minister eno a honorable Yusuf Mustafa Tun sa defense central for nyom nkwala omo mpanyimfo tuturutu na ehwetwetwe me ekopie mo na edi sa so kakra na nkomo didiem no ode nkomo kakra defense to dwa se nei amafo nya botre na emse omo tese cycling for se ohwese na city a omo bicycle ne kitom da de ni mo edudodo ene ye de fiber bicycles aba from ankwati mi bo ma ode race ti me koyi ti du ba bi at a point no cycling for no kwa no cyclists obejina mama Ghana opulu out so ntimi nkobio ambulance a so bi so ho to chima ye de behwe no so ambulance no so esi fuel petrol de begum no and say no so na ebi ni ho nti cyclists no as the way they too risky and very dangerous nti we say Mexico so nya de omutimi san koye other federations no e de omko bi netua ba enye nkoma e de kra mobo e de afa all African games no but enra ukọ nano ada ye opening game Black Princesses and so the ball so so Mackenzie no so omogu so bona first half na light of free nti cheya sana kania neba omo point cry another light of free na say players ne quarter na nim no na say supporters ne dey omo phone aso touch lighter je say ye dey ehwekom e dey amom na enra Minister for Youth and Sports Honorable Yusuf Mustafa addresses our complaints we are and also TMPP.
We requested for the various equipment from all the confederations and the federations. The equipment that they are going to use for the games. And when they submitted their list, we went through with them and the equipment was procured and delivered to all the federations. For basketball, the federation had defeated here. Basketball alone, we spent not less than $500,000 to procure equipment for basketball. Aside this, we have procured international, all these equipment are for international standard that we are going to be used to for our various competitions and even training beyond the game. So it is something that we should be proud of as a country, that for the legacies of the African Games, we are going to have more modern and world standard equipment for our teams.
As a Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Yusuf Mustafa, and our tenant can say, or then come Asia, a fastener near my Siaku, nothing so. Say, my request for equipment with Bediama, the various federations, no, almost showing him so between you Sunabwa, Emaniama, Etmia Quinty. If he's a very called Nema better to ye, but I say a becker chick a cardia, but Nina no, Yemfanisana, if you say baby Tiabua, Emaniama, Etmi, Akuyenko med that table, no so fair overall med that table, no, so far baby, Nema Esiako, I want to shareholder on so Etwin people, no hair med that table, no so, let's say any camper. Media so far the Egypt for and that first almost 84 medals. Media Egypt fire there, baby. I will be a moment and yeah, one more 47 gold, 19 silver medals, and then 18 bronze medals. Nigeria photos me now also 16 gold, 10 silver medals, and 15 bronze medals. A total of 41 medals, and also third near Algeria first I had there almost 15 gold medals, 20 silver medals, 20 bronze medals and making it 55 medals. I feel so fourth in South Africa for the Uhe TV. We be fourth in fourth no almost 12 gold medals, 15 silver medals, 22 bronze medals, and 49 in total. Now fe oba omasia na se Mauritius for ejinamo Mauritius for cry actually mbobre 3 gold medals, 3 silver medals, and then 1 bronze medal. Mujumedia omodima total of 7. And yentia 7 no epejo mabasro na 11 edo masene se good na ne modu ti good mi ensa de nyasem keto akura nti west Mexico so 7 so ya ne modu bronze no je mo a na ese ntimi mpushu kese akura Madagascar for that so 6 e honum so 3 gold medals and that feels so 2 silver medals and then 6 16 bronze medals and 27 in total. Tunisia for the 7th it is Chenusubiu so Tunisia for no 2 gold medals, 9 silver medals, and then 16 bronze medals, making it 27. But still, one more Eshe, Mauritius, and Madagascar for say. Morocco at the 8th Hona Morocco and Sudan. Morocco so 2 gold medals, 6 silver medals, 5 bronze medals, and then 13 in total. Afe Uganda at the 9th. Now Uganda 9th for no Sudan, or 1 gold medal, or 3 silver medals, and then 3 bronze medals, until making 7 medals in total. Afi Ghana ye da 10th medal table no so na ohwemo ne sena nema esitia na say 1 gold medal you 3 silver medals, bronze de nyenya bie nti a total of 4 medals ana Ghana wo Ghana medals de ensesan fie no na dwona machina be pem this time no ensesan be bia e wo no e ho ane wo Namibia for and the 11th my found see 11 here na 11 no gold e ba ko e ho ma Namibia 2 silver medals and then 2 bronze medals in making a total of 15 medals. In Ghana, first 10 ye count, but mesa update table no radio so ntia na wa hia me na ye de ho nkomo kakran so atime seja enra na dwo kwa machim na competitions ni bi ekokoko so ho ma fine but me de etumi srebo che no so me say Ghana Premier League Week 20 match ba ko etime to fam has 1 tanombo 4 kwa 1 na ye game a etime san to dwa etime sampa na eni kan yi pa na has full nim say was oga hope no womo ekwaje point no batom ko che point no a game park games the eagerly anticipated pick one game netin arrival the bank choose favorite number from 1 to 36 now get ready for the excitement will be unveil the lucky number na ona okono mesrawa ubetim atwa from 1 Ghana cedis and kopem 350 Ghana cedis would 26 times to stay na aboa e maniema etian kwedema pick one game no and I made one dance the amount no star 946 hash star 946 hash all networks waiting there too uko gameparkgames.com so abetim ato and afi Adom TV at 9 am and at 12 noon we akataban so near the draw no airpem so 6 pm and also betim edi we betim there no pa we dey we send the enwumre game park games here one more a brutal from Sunday to Monday one more edit chachana 18 December game park games more mula or say more power we are regulated by the National Authority only move from train for him chachadi when you betia punso why you betia show kakra or the sebe who are you betia kokko near the intimate and or the adwene kakra so at me at wemo and sponsors the moto to the future twa mo tachire boy e man no pay ye den common ejao within the prof equal as a good catch back up updates on African games no e be koso a e de abro on sen nema esitie e ho na mo hye no so mam say enwumre bia from 10 to 11 ye sense kunya the African games show no eba so Adom TV so from 10 to 11 and I just assume ya bo bibia awie no na ya be rap ni na aboni na aboa e de amount mi so ya no join in we discussions na fi we hwe a video saudra etwense ppmt ma woni asenya wo da bibiri 10 to 11 enwumre bia Monday to Friday ya de san share so kono so e betini abro the act of being a good guest is to know to say good morning.
Medasime mo akwa benen so de Adom TV Badwam health tips eso na watching nkoma ayedie eye fruits enuaba ehun faso ewo wo ye nipadua mu nti e wo se wodi bi brano mediase de kwa ma endpoint homeopathic clinic for Dr. Edubuaten so personal doctor ibi how adwen bi afre no bibia obeje so no wati o na mo mema na prostate ne de gusu scan am free e ma no so sa say infection a ubo wura na tena ye ho obecheke e de am free o friend was 0244867068 obejo so friend CCA nene nkasa medidi afia amankwa tamaklo nene Dr. Benjamin Nuako ye clinical nutritionist ena na watchi edim komo no boaye enenso ye kasa afa banana anase kwadu eho doga nenso me mwakwa ba
Josephia
eda se enra odi efa orange anase anka mu nene o se nkasa mfa banana eho etio
yo kwadu ye aduane a all over the world yedi baby a
okay
enu kwa ne aduane a almost say wiase baby yedi
obi edi on
okay kwadu boayen akwanhoro bebre so na ne titiri pa ye heart okay obi a person obo akoma ho pai no bo modern say da bia obedi kwadu
okay
enema kwadu mu edoso na kese ba ko page na ho ye potassium yeah potassium no eboa yakoma no eboa akoma no ho bai na afi nsuso potassium ni friwa magnesium ewo mu
okay
iron nsuso wo mu ani nyina eboa afi B vitamins nsuso ewo kwadumu a no nsuso na generate energy ema akoma no nti obi a mpese obenya akoma ho ha no ese odi kwadu
okay
na eno ni aduane a potassium sodium ratio no aye excellent almost a sodium in potassium and a potassium no and here ma akoma no papa a epo akoma no ho bai nti e modern say bedi kwadu na apo nti obi a wo hypertension obi a wo arrhythmia obi a so akoma ahono obi a o heart no efeli obi a wo atherosclerosis ene enema chese akoma no hanu bia de best bet kwadu
no yedi ne say yeni no how many we say 4 na yeni am say anka na kan kwadu ne say yeni ne say
4 o kwadu tutu abetime die bia but at least 3 with 3 fingers I'll be near the sonya bia
okay yeni no morning and evening and afternoon
ejina wa oso sene apen but me fan say o breakfast when ya oats kakra no nya kwadu be 3 fingers no nya anka no be 4 na nya pan no wheat bread ka ho na seed ni ka ho you are good to go na de ba ko
aka me kwa dopa me de oats ne banana no me hwie mo ka taso
milk no ya fa almond milk almond milk
evaporated ne de enyewo
no ayi wo mu too much cholesterol no fat no doso na ade ba ko kwadu ho ne say ayi bi mu a friend serotonin and many penije mo fat drugs no nyina no mu ko high because of serotonin and as serotonin no so as a vasodilator ebie intinu mu nti wudi kwadu a amawani age yedma on nerves no enso so ho ena esen bie intinu mu nti moja betimi flow intinu mu kama makoma ya me ya se ni ade nyina nti kwadu ye aduane ese bomodin se da bia no ye bomodin
every day
just say bia or diabetes diabetes they want to mean didn't be brace because of the sugar content no vitamins are horrible be vitamin E womu B vitamins no ewom C so ewomu nti kwadu ye aduane ese e bomodin se ye bedi papa omu aye no ye besre omu se momu fanro
se no na me beken
momu fanro nse
na ye chembedie
utwa kwadu no gu ho na the bottle gu so na the nyura ne ne ma bebre gu so a ebebre kama yenye ne sana aboa
da se ne wa brofo ni loka ye ni nyina
e bia ye go
okay enenso ye mfa ho si ha osena nyame ya adom ebeto aso o number na ye
055 333 9915
sa Dr. Benjamin Niakon or clinical nutritionist ne number ni ye di nkomo na wotwe ya fa fruit ho ne mom bibia how ye wo diet no me ade unim se no de bia ande ne ba nkwa hiaso ono akwa ne befro ti mesfro fro no na bibi chi wadwe mo pomodin titu e waduane nsemu a obeboa endpoint homeopathic clinic na daroma eno ma ye djumedi bro medidi afia amankwa tamaklo adepache ne nkwa hoden ho a ebesesia
nyame yemahen susumeja oyemahen papa na oyemahen de nyinara nso mammo akwaba sonko brown se pe djumezi do also for the Fantidor president for the Brothers and Sisters Association akwaba sonko be bibiara wo Ghana na de mpono se etuni from abrochi kra na ma mejuso na mezonkomo de be bukitwo ade pay mezon sampanam good news na nsampani nyaaye de nyankopon ode no osan osole ewu owi no sorry wanka na munam na se wanka na munam so za no twede o se de yezindase yeziman na anepei mo kuku dembi pa wo hade ya menyana ba botwetwe nkomo sande the recent times si ho no manyakopon use one or the chakra azama no ho no kan ho no manyakopon use papa se ye hwe Ghana nyumto adwuma no mu na yezekwa abrochi kra na ne presence war outside the country na impono Ghana hade no yentum nya underestimate or a very big man of God now so no before me introduce my guest Mazamo no ma monto ne 3p mo wate 3p garlic mixture and pay sorry no me hunda wa pom on shada nkoye ehu izizi ndeda wa shawo dan pay hu hwonye ye dana twa ha still onkoye ma me ze hie nyina 3p garlic mixture zapi waka form waye no ono ni hia nti no se epede efe pi waka ebefe pi waka 0248 928 824 another ebefe was 0201 000 02 wak p wak natural health for na wa prepare or yet 3p garlic mixture was 100% garlic extract ni hie nyinara nyen na wa pomezano osisodo na area ndam nyinara no so no na make the kel brands for so was aba to get them pono say a pair one brand ni bia on for hu mfezi on for hu nyimpa ye na ze ehwehwe toothpaste ni be ye bia no bibi ohonoma ebotum na use nti wo Kel 360 toothpaste ono no ebusuamu ni nyina obotum we use na wosan wo Kel Kids toothpaste ono moframa no kote 2 to 6 years for no was the strawberry iron kama edwitwo sa wo se baye hom na wonum so aye hom tefefe na se awono zehia nyina anye da wo se baye fitaza no ye Kel charcoal toothpaste in ebihia na edwitwo wo se ma wo se no waye fita fefefe na matana za wie no ma me introduce me guest mo fa mo amazing kan ma catch odo ye kukudam pa se oban to edwuma no wo krom hade ya na oye one of the people so nyame or use papa in these times now our event be every year be our 1 year event now for 10 solid years on the phone o kroma hade mpono de kaka per sponsor as ababa your show e bie basa on the phone na wetum na we sustain able to 10 years no mu do sada ye bona about the year papa na this year event no so me jimi ze pa da nyame na dominti obaye sonko ma mu welcome me guest o studio hade MOG. The man of God. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I pay you here.
I'm not my house.
That's good. Ma young coach or concro no monde more spirit no papa. Say ya share Jesus. After what we know we no. Ya share Jesus. The first miracle krana. Ya baka de party say. No ka dan wine. O ka dan usu into wine. Who concept no atu is new wine.
That's right.
Aba wine for friend.
Wine are standing for you know you don't put from the into before in something from good old wine skin.
Okay.
You always need something new to put into. It's an atmosphere or a place where Nyankopo yeba no are refreshing, why new to go outside to do exploits. Basically that's the whole idea behind the new one. Yeah.
Into no echema Christo suma bra bona nkasa mo do baby na oy de ya cake kakra
ya wa fresh update.
Okay. Okay.
Temba na update to worship, update to update to mpaibo. Word kakra. Le da kwa mutse le da kwa nyam ne djuma.
No ha samara nyen.
That's right.
Into no also American dam no. Na America dey 10 years.
That's right.
Ghana had the events. 1 2 3 to 10.
That's right.
Hey. I
mean, why? I never do, you know, and then Kofo and Nagopon they are doing me a Badwam, putting the work together, and also even what support financial and all that. So it's been a great process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Into you know, was sponsors on board every year. Biano was support was share.
Definitely.
One of what I mean, Edumano. One of what I mean, Yamin Shawan.
Amen.
Yamin Shawan won't tradraba because on
easy.
Okay. Into no my year this year. Say obi hwe na or bisa no ho there. Why do this year no muko new wine concept. E bia na nyimpa no wa kobia 1 to 9 wa baby. Obi so ho no mpo baby da. Inti abazin to also about new wine.
Yeah. All about new wine there. You know, first of all, this year no the 10th anniversary.
Okay.
Most of the not most I mean yeah typically most of the songs I record for most of the times no them platform they record.
Okay.
And you know it's an opportunity for you to come to be blessed in person.
Okay.
By Njumnaya to be lifted, hallelujah, local praise, choral praise, you know, a lot of the songs.
Also for my list on one nature the chirema say impono eba new one concert the possibility they be play emoji music video mu or social media na there be platforms no know
YouTube na
as they call they feature as
that's right. And you know on the YouTube here the platform here and it's also a platform where you share your fellowship as Christians.
Okay.
You know see ebe who be a church about surprisingly, I'm almost every year. Me no be able to catch him. Do me buy new one. Benya me year, and I'm benya me kun.
Hey.
Because for those to be was supposed to be. Oh, me know your friend. They never start communication before you know it. Before next year by this time,
why?
Yeah. So I can talk about 4 people like. Oba new one obi share obi share doctor bi ho no doctor the fisunya no be into oba no be share guy bi no say oh guy is the new no pedo fa no nyonko na de hwa no wa
Hey, so come worry pa like emoji. Baba hola baba for queen. Hola for queen you know say every shop na say e be worry ya. Akwaje nyo. New wine I say hola ye kakafa he no kunum this year. Nti no ma ye fa ye nyu nkyere ho. Na ya ka ne bebre ba ye chada nka baby ma this year every year. New wine concert he fa na concert never.
Yes, starting new wine all these years in Royal House. So this year was the same place, Royal House Chapel. Oil Dome, 21,000 seat auditorium. So
Obia benya kunya
baby atna. So Ghana funya your best will be there Ombra na yemfa story na yemfa osum yemfa yi nyame na yemfa page na I believe say all life only the same. Chino.
But area so na yenti this year new wine no but date mum na
17th March or Sunday.
Oh yes, Sunday you're the 17th March.
That's right.
You can share more Royal House
Chapel Oil Dome. Time near 4 p.m. 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
4 p.m. 17th or Sunday you're the enemy because we share emoji on na minyimpa na mobede mi aso nyawan kote in a bottle no nti abanyum to 4 day na yen hwekwan de ebo
new wine Accra edition no yebo Sisibedu or Belnodo Perez Music also Belnodo Kobe Mante also Belnodo Nasi Music also Belnodo my papa Dr. Elder Mreku or Belnodo my sister from South Africa offering Tokoso Mbambo. Yeah, it's amazing vocalist, one of the top gospel musicians of South Africa. Also Belnodo. So and we have other surprises. I'm not going to answer.
Okay.
Wahadi.
A chema surprise.
Freebies.
Okay.
I'm surprise. Okay. There's a part of my ministry. For the young people, no, me banner rap na de.
Okay.
Bede pom bede. You know.
Tamo boy see the
rad. You song go between ya the rap na de we shim na de one.
Aze.
To know anu akwa a sauce na de one.
Hey, catch them why on Saturday when you wine this year. Like why? Why are you not supposed to be there? Because emoji chema this year no obey already.
Wonderful. So obey amazing. And the other great news I'm on there. Nyamana do me a throw book.
Okay.
I am a lunch on the day. The title of the book, the secrets to the blessings of Obedidom. Abadi no Obedidom or the Act of Covenant ni here when if you nyakopon shran. So on the book I ben
na betal mamo Obedidom. Our Bible no. Eh na Bible yes ye kita different kala.
Adom TV Bible from Obedidom. Bible say time and day be cover Act of Covenant no dey call Israel no. O drew baby no Adom TV friend uzo or the second kaba Act no. No little fool. And nyakopon kun na nyakopon buofu. Into David I am she no the Act of Covenant go see Adom TV ni fi friend Obedidom. And the Bible say nyakopon share Obedidom. Ma Israel funya wati ni nyakopon nta se bisa se abade na Obedidom oye wo fie wa nyakopon wenku na o shran ono yetumi atro gubu kuma nyame adoma Sunday yoli be ya ebe lunch book so
Bible yenkan ye yo yenkan ye ma kana mi shi Obedidom mi ya ha na bebe za ko mi shi Obedidom mi shi into no fine oya kama book ni ya kama
great book with more information with me about Christian life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man of God, yeah, that's the journey. O Sunday, you the baby na so from what journey them. E one I den kaya ba so na nke preacher, but the Bible na kasa secrets be bre woman.
That's right.
So obi an shada an chwe nke gina wa, forget about it.
That's right.
Nti that's it. That I wan dwun de bobo hin your book no so about na ehu.
Oh, say pede to be a bit matter.
Okay. Okay. Na kasa no na ka de nkranizam. Na cha de Kumasi so ho.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kumasi yenze ho no so nkomo.
Kumasi for our election this year, Dame Adoma 24th or next week Sunday Yeleba Kumasi Sports Stadium.
Okay.
Very huge Kumasi Sports Stadium. Make guests the whole Kumasi Sports Stadium be Kwame Jedu, Samuel Obeng, and then Jojo Ahin, maybe Autry. Yeah, maybe Autry.
Not Sandy Asari.
Yeah.
Tough woman. Oh, Sandy Asari, tough.
Maybe I see on Kumasi edition. Our friend then, Mami Nyanuma will feel Nigeria or whatever. Priye Odede. Anybody who knows Priye Odede knows that he's an amazing man of God, amazing vocalist. And my sister Mercy Chinwo. Mercy Chinwo also about Kumasi Nibi. And to Kumasi for Yereba Moko by the grace of God. Next week Sunday, will Kumasi. Most Abeka book Nibi. Secrets to the blessings of Obedidom. Molisi wa crab yeah, the same thing Yereba Kumasi. Na Yereba Yishama Kumasi for yeah.
Because the message you want to send them from Canada, but I want you to be better. You better say, no, I am a part of child with the 10 years of God's goodness.
That's right.
Because na me na yemi or home henda into no ya danyamia say ma yensana yesi date no do ma nkwaman fu bio ma shema or 17th of March Sunday yara ye beke shemo Royal House
Oyo
dom e honum na yeze dwumezi or ye new wine concert 10 years of God's goodness no yes beke kesi na onu kesi honum Kumasi nso ye be hen ho on the 24th and Kumasi no location here
Kumasi Sports Stadium, Babaya Sports Stadium. Yeah.
Massa.
Yeah. Since I'm going to say programs in Accra na Kumasi, say pede to tickets nibia. A daily short code. Minyoka says here. A daily short code star 389 star 777 hash 7 oyebasa star 389 star 777 hash. Powered by e-transact CCR. Ebenya tickets ni bi na ato either Accra and Kumasi. Accra the tickets no or 50 Ghana cedis. Double here 80 Ghana. Double not there. I want na unka for. I want na unyonko. I want na brother and sister. 80 Ghana cedis. Sepede to VIP. I know a business class una. Only 200 Ghana cedis. Kumasi for single no 30 Ghana cedis. Double or 50 Ghana cedis. Na VIP no so 150 Ghana cedis. A pedeto ticket in TCR, Kakra for between your call, airport shell, and no pay airport CCR, Ebinia ticket to be, Echo Committee 11 shell, Tema, Ebinia ticket to be, Echo Bachona total, Ebinia ticket in Spinters, Bachona total, Ebinia ticket in the station, and I bet my call number 020 5000 565 020 5000 565. Some way choir, more group number pay. Group discounter. You bet me a friend number is 020 5000 565. A friend number say you bet me a ball. Name your tickets ni be near about program ni be. Name your boom ya so na ya danyame ase.
Na tickets no so me hu do phone cra. So ma put in a album pad 50 Ghana bia. Brown one. Etam cra.
That's right.
Obesi pepe zaman. Emoji ane pay nyami shiro.
Amen.
Eroko but me pede e kasem to obi ni Jesu do ane pay. Obi rehwen ane pay sorry one day e kura. Kabibi nice chene mama.
Marty, before I say that, I want to pede me sponsors I say.
Okay.
Adom TV fu madam I say. Debi amoso ma say. Thank you so much. I want to thank E-Transat, PMMC, Africa World Airlines, Tank Palace Hotel, Royal House Chapel, Mist Water. I want to thank Mist Water. And I want to also thank Serene Insurance. Thank you so much. Simple Colors. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. Asma Mpedemeka etobina komando there. Ababoyemu, especially to the young people, Ababoyemu, the things that helps you to rise to the top. Number 1, consistency. Number 2, staying focused. And number 3, being disciplined. Them may saying, if you cultivate this thing into your life, it will help you to get to the highest pinnacle. Being consistent, maybe I start to be but more than every day you do something to push what you are doing to a certain level. Number 2, gather people around you who will believe in your vision, who believe in your dream, or what to me about them encouragement to push you. Obi be back at the demand to me, Nakopo division amount one quarter or catch one phobia account. You are the only person on your kasai. So gather people around that will help you to be consistent. Stay focused. My human has started. Remember, baby, I'm be distracted there. Yeah, by what's a for by the for there. Stay focused. Be disciplined. Focus on what you are doing. Now, gradually, wherever you are, build it small. In the world that we are in a global village. If I wasn't disciplined, if I wasn't focused, if I wasn't consistent, emoji will not be emoji. That is what I have for
emoji, you mean sure, stay consistent, be focused, not your discipline. Or as you be able to me a fire abo, ye netamano, papa. Now, fufu party ribodo. Sister Monday. Emoji the fufa.
Me the fufu papa.
Fufu na baze aba nkwan.
Fufu na reverend kwai. Minya akranti kakra. Ye mate kakra. Minya koto kakra. Enwa, me menya aponchi. Me papa pono. Na no ho bon no. Edua na so munya waje so be 1 week.
Inyi me yaze. Most me albo boy.
No na waka kakra.
Mkamro mo stand straight. Celebrity stand one of emoji.
What in there? Me yenyimdi. Yenyimdi. Ba me ye no oye yi kakra timo. FM dem bezi dia aba
no moto safo de bezi e o celebrity stand kan but uli girado but achem days ba no but we team ncho no e wado
ma basa musun de kum di suru wala hwa
I see ba mo hwe ma so fa fufuza into Easter Monday
nkwa no ye problem
ye ba so to into Easter Monday wan nya ye hwe kra na bochi onyu ahwa hade na ba bo hwe emoji olu fufu
that's right
e ba bo no oginachi be ma abasa pa itumi za waka net
on
chono na asem we si eduma na si me nkwa na amoate me nkwa na amoate no hasa mara nye Easter Monday Fufu party. Hashtag ni ye team. Cause volleyball team na emoji. Ojinado zan mamuso mo hwankwan side honom no. Into no say ehwe restaurants na chop bar na say per stand or ye fufu party ye kotenza fedam number 0248 287 692 0248 287 692 Frehen na babaje wo stand there o Sunday Easter Monday enye de bia na eboko beach ebedi fufu Easter Monday fufu party obokodo o hade na make also dan so much bezi so orokodo nti no wo favorite a wo mu no o maza na vote man mo so mo fama no we wo film no benu anje ho na who the vote no or play a role papa and to momos na you vote ma frama no na you make a date Sundays at 3:30 biara no yes nsroma yes babo o konson kodo na man esi but before me fi had a mark no mama man of God imagine had a one pupu ninzim ye oh that tonyo
major ofie
mpocho kafa bra
major ofie
kafa bra ni be mo fam bro mama o mama 3 lines
mo de kasa na me de be
oh
major voice no fie
3 lines 3 lines yanko ma manda ho no so munase ate Thomas o wa hade nyame nhwen bebrebe ono be bo hwe camera ho ensam osmosis here sound wo be Kofi Pedro producer director the man Rahel Kelvin Thomas onye ama ampoma belonzi ono pensam mama me bebe gina ade nyame nhwen ho nyina bebre Stella no twumeni mo kwa wa sana be congratulations kese onko manda da na Josh Tigo ne birthday papa nyame nhwen bebre na onto no nko ma mechuba kojo amonu Michael or your Juma Commercial Bank, Ghana Commercial Bank, we keep causing that now or now with happy birthday belated to you. Nyami insha wasu iye papa. Emoji. One is a selector. You know one is a selector.
Uye mami susureja ejapa tumira uye mami denina Patori.
Uye mami susureja
ejapa tumira uye mami denina.
Into no metu mo mukuno nyi minta ma sorry do nyame adoma ye besa na ye hia uye mami no
that I say yam wakwa babiem do Badwam TV Badwam so yada mambo atema say ni team minister emoji so nyame hira nyame ya adoma e danu dru ho a Ghana mumienye mfe ho hyem na yenko support no so de adu so no nkomo ahodo bi e wo ho enne Ghana afade na amafia ho enye bo apayo wani tua se dwuma no eno an ye nti no Telecel eno ne ba ha no Vodafone asesa akọ Telecel eno ne bo mekokoso yi eno anti anya bo na bibia ni akiri Ghana de be mamo star bia bi se edukunkwan na de be team so amo se me Ghana ni a ye de no ebe mamo ba na de ye border road no se Vodafone no asesa ko teleso eno ehu akade ena ehye no pay eno so adom na adom ye ama yenya faith homeopathic hospital mpanifo ewo ha wo ne eba bedi enkommo Mr. Awurade hu ye nyina ye mobbo ansa na me ba fidie isue ni yedi nkommo brain tumor leukemia kidney yare na ebebre hwanya Awurade hu ye mobbo ate munso a munse ye nsuo no munyai penifo me mu makwaba na bia bokode
nyame no private yes here does also why
that's ejamuba dia na yetie faith for eti Dr. Boatini and Dr. Abigail and so no nyina free faith homeopathic hospital anopay ye bedi nkomo ye ka faith a yegidie odi gidie wuramu a yare bia de call ye no Awurade nti ohobeto obapa ne mama fansha se mfiri ho aha say ladies first ti wia ti oda wo ma bi ene ne dedi kan a obi ti faith homeopathic hospital ka
yo me da se bebre me say me denchia kese ema ahwefo a same omagebre ehwe ye fa Adom TV so ka se nyankopon enye obi biara kese em say ye Ghana man nti ye share say no say etimi kasache ho kakra wo ya pomuden nti eno nti na same mo hwe yin na ye hwe ya mbrabo anase ya sitna mu a say no yare ahoro bibre na ekoso a etete yen a ese baabi abafa bia eto atese ewo ho anka enye saa na ewo senka nipadua na ho oden ekukudu but esa ye didie ni ye nema bia ye namontu bia ye nam no na elidi to saa nema no na abrebia me ba me kase yare bia no ehya ase a enye prekope na yare no ahya ase efi baabi ansa na akwakodu baabi but obi ho a ohun sunsunso na so starting hu changes na no otu ho na mo but obi ho fa ne so eye normal we de o ma me kope baabi na me da ebe ko ma me no muso me sorry a ebeja but obeya enko eden na also ye fa also otu na mo eko ayarisabia na akọ hwehwem na hu ne eko se de abribia nso benya wapomuden na wani jibeba na meka de ahya se fi yani ya metan kan yani won ho asam efi se eno na onipa eye okanea se wani edum sesi a anije unibi wabra abono ebeye basa
ntwa wono eno a kufa do besraye dum so ba yeso na bebi ani gina ne bebi a wosa beko na me hu na me nua no masabi o mu hu ade ho adwen be shey I'm so wow. Nti say netie. Esum sa. Te say wo hwe. Mi wo hwe. Na me hwa habu na me hwe because efie minim ho. Nti bebi na me gina minim say aha bibi say sia. Ti me dem say wo no ho na ma hwe say meduru ha. Oh, mo ho adwen ba no mo. Mo a mo te sa Awurade enkoso anya mo kanea. Won fa mo nkomra de bia sa because enye easy. Nti say ne dog pone ho kakra kire ya. Mo me mo ye ne ho ban ye. Hwani ye. Pa don't put into
Matindase. Into no same na esha sen obi o obeda be sorry bia bon se na nite a na ni light so say ya onti menhwe
okay
na ewo nani anaso won se light no colors bebre aban wa sa light no entisa anase bia obe sorry bia na nani aye kokokokokoko etwa nche eba so bebre na so niti beye ne ya na so obi wa ne den ekeka no te bia obe posa na ni sa mo na oposa no na okoso ha mo so ma nerves no optic nerves no so anase obi ho no ma osi nsuo efri so basa na se ohwa de obi hyanse na ohwa hu se ohun nipa ne tutu
okay
and ohun ade ne tutu obi o se ade na we kira mi hu age se ebem obi o so se ebem mi hu age se ewachi a ni nyina no enye normal anase sa na nyankopon eye anyone itime so sa me obi a wo hwe se wo sa ensakrai bi e wo wani so a entna se ema no enya ansa ntinye se prekope na ye se hu ade dabi eye ahyase nkaka se ntime so sa me ya wo hwe ana utie eye faith homeopathic clinic e na wote yenke dan wani e fa hwe faith oba ye wo fidi a ye de behwehwe anyone so na ye hu dia e koso eye yare na ya horo bebre na se eye conditions eye horo bebre nti oba ye behwe the exact one and I said the could deport here about anyone so and sana ye kwan ye de be fa so process ye be mo afam nyina sana ko wie say ehia aduro a ye be ma aduro adanse bebre na nipa edifa faith me particularly ni titiri ani nti ne saa me ya hu say bibi e ba so na mpo no say abaso kura wi a obi o wade bia wo de achinya de bia pressure no e mafom nti me so saa me ya wo hwe ya na wo tie nkan oba faith a ye be hwe amasa high pressure no abafom ebi okwa na bibi na ewe achi a e cause sa manti wo fa aduro na enti minya adwuma se ne e wo say nti se wo hu saa de no na wa amasa de na amafom ana wo enyi emfiwa obe fa aduro but obe ka sa aduro enye adwuma but na eye adwuma o de eye drop aguswa stella ne etie no saa na etie itimi so saa me ya wo hwe yen tutu na mo bra faith Ghana ha ye wo 5 branches nti bia saa me ya wo hwe men be bia oben no ebia oba akra oben akra ye wo Santa Maria
ma Dr. Boateng efa nwura hono mo so apart from say ne Dr. Abigail de ya fa animu no me sure say other conditions bi wo ho a mo ye wo faith boy no so na faith branches no so ye mfanto so
nyaba me da se me say yedi kan akasa no ye na ye din komo bi wa chire about conditions a koso ene o hwa there are so many conditions a affect ye nipadua based on pollution of our environment nyaba niema miensa nyame na yapomudin gina so pa ye yensu aye nom ye frama ye home ene ye duane a ye di eno ne ade miensa yapomudin egina so but Osha has say no sani mama and sending has been polluted. Yemframa yahumi nyina there are so many pollution in the air. Emma sani mani nyina eko yimu. Afe yinsu ayenom it has been polluted. Enuani ayedi afe chemicals ayedi gusu nyina na apollutu no. Ni nyina ma ohaw ne ade ebetena ye nipadua nim. Eti faith obi wo a ye ka say ayaresa edronko an eba na adwem. Ye wo so many niema ye faso edisan yare no oba ye wo machine bi te say detoxification machine eno no ye de twe toxic substances a abani padua mu nyina obi wo toxic ntino ama metabolism kra nya adwuma obi wo drug meta wo fa aduro e wo say aduro no etumi assimilate na ye adwuma oni padua mu because of too much of accumulation of toxic e oni padua mu ntino obo se saa niema ni nyina na enye adwuma but oba faith homeopathy clinic ye do fast process we mu nyina ye twe toxic fini ade woni padua nim enti wo se ye ma waduro na within short time no na unya improvement because say niema e wo se ema aduro ni adwuma nyina yaye afi ye wo massage machines ni ade a obi wo ba e bia o nerve problem or spine problem obi a spine e wo se align no se de be ye be ma pains na e bia wote no nerve ni bi compress no ye align na abo se ni nyina be relieve it wo ba e do be fast process we mu nyina it faith homeopathic clinic a holistic approach to your condition oba enye oyare ne nkoa titu ne ye hwe nipadua ne nyina ehwe se edien na ekoso nipadua ma ekofa ohawa bro into holistically no ye hwe nipadua ne nyina na ya ma wonuru a eye nipadua ne so aduro ne ensisi wo oba ye hwe onipadua na hoode no na ye twa aduro no de amaw enti aduro bia nipadua bia ne aduro ye twa maw enti ne se moye mienu na mo ba mo the same condition different medication ye de be maw because all immune systems ahoode no enye saa na me de etie enti obia ne nipadua so aduro ana ye twa maw enu nti na yare awodo e ba bibi ti se stomach ulcer se obia ne yefun ye ne ya da na me be kan se me ma me bi onya ulcer wo hwe ne picture ene enna ne ho to ne picture difference bebreo also betumi amwa fon amwa nhwe ye beka se enye wo na wo kɔ no etini se wo saa wo how bia bo modia se obetu anamo na waba faith homeopathic clinic
dog me number na mre no kɔ
me pa cho yare bia ye wo no se ye wuti din wanti din wo de frɛ ye number se ya ye di to dwai na bra tu anamo na bra ya so ye honom ye number no e ye 0540 710 940 0540 710 940 and I say 0244 58 38 59 0244 58 38 59 and the last number no is 0547 57 84 94 0547 578494 me pa cho Accra ye wo so to eye Antieku junction wo do si Antieku junction wa number se amede atu dwegyina na hwe screen ani a e wo ho peke freyen ba bia wo gina bia na ye beba be faw e wo Antieku junction ho no mo udru Kumase nso a ye wa hene makokoben eye 18 mu wo free santase na e ba kokoben a wo si 18 mu a wo freyen numbers na ye beba be faw wo free wo Takoradi anase Central Region wo si wo Takoradi Anaje police station adjacent the police station wa amenko bibia agina police station ho adjacent the police station ho domo no e ho na Faith Homeopathy Clinic ye wo free numbers na eda o screen so no ye beba be faw Bogo so ye wo ho no mo American Hotel ana afei Koforidia so ye wo Pole Junction eye Laundry Manager Road o fa ye numbers ni bia na o free ya be bia wo bia be ma direction ama be bia ebe on wako me pa chaw to anamona bra Faith Homeopathy Clinic na nyarewa biara abetena woni pedua ne so ache ye chronic wanu mundru abre na unya no aduro no Faith nyame nam ye so na yentu asiema
ya da se kakra bi o me chese eye machine na se fidie na ye di hwe ni pedua
tam na so
yenton anase yenjiska
okay
eye free
eno anu e free Faith Homeopathy Clinic hospital na so yete won kind of numbers no na frewo de chere wadwe ni wo mu ni nkomo ba menye nkrato isima me basisi a ye ba ye beto so yada se ye mo kwa ba bi me ya Adom TV Badwam na uguso shano so Ghana month bibia wo bia se Ghana ni ya fa yo ho se ye na aduane ne ntade ne mpaboa bibia na wona ma ye hu sampa Ghana ni de hye na ekure ne so nyame Adom menya executive prostate center for ewaha and offense omobeboa ye Ghana bam no ewo mu nti unya wodi a tumike no kopa de na ba bia ye bia no wodi ya twitwi ho kama wonfa ntwi o because anu se do de sra hodum kakra be bo area no ama wa te se bibi kasa minu amema no makwaba na pacho bibi aboko de
bibi ayeboko
de nyame ase ade achi bi enya nipa foforo mo mbehwe Adom TV tie ka executive prostate center na won mo ye adwumakuo be ya because ene ye ka executive a obi a ye mo hwehwe ene ze ho ye ntime nko na so mam ya te ase executive na nkyere sika na mom treatment a ye de mo bia no sa pepe pension ye de e mom ntie executive nko menko Dr. Christopher
okay ye beda tie fo ne ahwefo nyina ase de bi ye ka se executive prostate center ye breaking it down from executive no ye se nye sika a ye je wo ho nti na ye frɛ ye ho executive prostate center services na ye de ma patients bi a oba ho no eno na ye kan say executive no unzo bi wo ha obekɔ no facility no obeje obetwa boato o yare so o hwe o yare o say usika ye 5000 usika ye 6000 obi ko also o je half mpo and sample no check your vitals mpo aye de amount but ye ne sa na ye de ye wo ho patient no ba o yare na o de ba no ene priority say ye be sa o yare na wo ku fie no wonfa yare na o de ba ye de enko sikasem kwa de no kwa de yendwen humpo wo do wo ba executive services na de ye de be mawo se obi take you vitals obako hu doctor obetwa scan obako efenese lab obeye physio do obeye bia no executive treatment way emfa won no class wo de ka kese ne ba ye o se wo nante na wo ba ye o nyina no e make sure say obia benya de executive treatment a e say ye de ma patients no ti ho de ye nya sikasem ko ye de e wo ho oba ye ho a obohu said machines na wo lab ho no obohu ye scan center ho no machines 3D machines na ma ye ho no doctors na no be di nkomo no komodi de be ma ho no ubeko fie mpo no na ye de yare ade ba ye mpo no che ma odro kra bon se so ye de e de kan de at dada ten na ma executive prostate center ye down so from any other clinic aye den e wa Ghana ha any other places nyina no ten executive prostate center kakra e betima kafa ye hospital no
ya da se mami ko Dr. Nyako nso ho na fe wo mo bobo me hu nnuro no be e wo ha me Ghana bam next time ba mo fa bi mra ne nyim fetwi to oda roma ye kan ye be hye dan so ne aka prostate because me hu se him e se prostate no na mo bo ho da wo pa enti ye product e wo adwama so
me de ntia kese ma etie fo ne ahwefo nyina na Ghana Health Therapeutics ya na ya clinic a ye friend executive prostate center no na den na TV so radio so say ye kwa ye de nsempa a efa yendro ne ho enenam na yendro no de ma ne dance cry ne say ye de 3 processes are unique and a produce yendro no. The first one is extraction. So you can say extraction extraction part just say ye twe ahomodin e wo nubnane ha ma no ye twe ahomodin e wo mu nyina e de afim. Say ye wie sa process we a ye njane sa keke. Ye make sure say ye de akwakoye test, acute toxicity test and a chronic toxicity. Acute toxicity ne part say obi be no me drone for short term e be a 1 week or 2 weeks. Chronic de patch say onipa na eyare na che nti obe nom e drone for a long time e be a 1 month or 2 months. Eti ye test e wo Noguchi FDA and a Center for Plant Medicine Research. E de test say ye drone o kwa kofa for short term and a long term nini na no e fa so boni bia embryo kidney and our liver. Eti ye na hu hia ye pa. Say ye we num ni na ye make sure say yasa ye microbial test enso e wo ho microbial test no enso ebe boy ni ehu say emoawa anase germs anase organisms bi enimu a ekowu a obakonya yare fofo ana. Then the last thing ye say ye bibia friend selectivity index. Selectivity index ne patch say capsule biara no ye de kilogram per body weight and a calculate amount of active constituent ewo indubnane ha amani mu ayede begumu a onoma ebesa oyare ndi ama nti yendro ne de dance so nti yendro no me yawro 5 na at the moment na ewo edwaman so first one no eye Ghana man capsules na Ghana man capsules de emema no obi edi ho dance ye wo ye obema na opese wo mema ye no ECPC ta tutumrika hwehwe Ghana man capsules echa kwan ebeboa eyi problems a wo face ni na de fro ama e de amount se e bia wo bema se wo bema sorry enchena esiniti ase ana say otutu enkumaboa ana say oni obehia enchena ho asane wa wedro ye Ghana man capsules hwehwe bi na tum enum ebeboa pa edro edi obiom no eye prostate joy eye edro a yaye for prostate disorders. Prostate disorder bia wo battle biara no say ye prostatitis BPH aye friend benign prostatic hyperplasia and as a prostate cancer wo de another ne kokram se wo no ohia catheter impo a wedro ye prostate joy ebebo apa edro edi obiom no eye save 500 na save 500 de etifo eye immune booster tatahwe baako wo fa save 500 no boost wo nkwamo ye friend white blood cells no omo ejuma no kwa kokenye mama omo ejuma omo ye no ECPA sita enti deni na order save 500 so a only infections eton kwanta mo apai se wo ye obi a utai battle with a lot of infections ebi a sexually transmitted infection bi say gonorrhea, chlamydia, genital warts ne ade a wedro ye say 500 tatahwe ebe yi ha no e de fi wo e de amount. The next one ye beka ho asem till ne ye Ghana bam eno ne ye ka ho asem ahyanse no e draw we die ye tatahwe utie ye draw obetimi de punu ebi a approve say obetimi de punu se obebi na ye oya se wukro crampo na adane kranko e wo chronic wound ho asem na meken ya obetimi de Ghana bam no e de siesie wukro no ebeboy sa how if what the amount. The last thing no crept to 400 malaria dose at a back 3 days pe na a draw we no you malaria say the amount enti utie ya yen draw we ni na we dwamai so na ye advice say ansa na obefa yen draw ni na no ehu hia say obeba executive prostate center no ba be here lab test edimu if you say ye honom no ye wo 3D scanner sa 3D scanner ya make kan wase mi wo hu the whole Ghana 3 facilities per any old na nyame Adom EPC executive prostate center no ya was 3D scanner ibi wo ho eno no beboa wo yes scan na se yare na akwakote e wo organ bi echimpo a beboa na adanedi sanya ye de drone kan e be treat e de amount okay hwehwe tra kwan na bra
sa I'm called Dr. Chris Wana Yerebrebe na Yetimi Be Executive Prostate Center.
Okay, yeah, Mondays to Saturdays.
Okay.
Monday no from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday no 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And a Saturday no from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
For se beto aso no. Uzo bu abakase ya ka Executive Prostate Center. Tebia prostate nkwa na ehwe wo ho. Enye sa ne tie. Edine da so but other OPD cases bia say diabetes so work hospital say bia sugar no sura na da unhu difference abra Executive Prostate Center. say BP de bia BP ne ya osoro wanu madrosa uhu changes abra yare fufuro bia say oba ne obema matena say over 1 year munya nyinsan a IFN infertility no de ba ya so ya ye behwa ama menstrual disorders oba wa physical ho ya problems ene eba ochina emba so many problems nyina no bra ye ho yare bia wo de bako any other hospital OPD case bia no wo de ba executive prostate center ye wo hoye de emao menka say executive prostate center nti prostate nkoa ene ye hwe wo ho dabi ye hwe yare bia e wo ya hye ho but yes specialist in prostate management no anything that prostate near den e da ye so but ye hwe other OPD case bia ti no the way ho so
no fa number no so e ka ho screen no so de enti no
okay the numbers no 2 na de betudwa ene first number na 0244 727028 0244 727028 and 0537 266 300 0537 266 300 so we share chia kwan ya you Medina UPSA Atraco down so we free Accra na so we call Medina Accra usi wo UPSA junction na hona taxi rank bi wo ho chem se wo call executive process center omodo be ko ho so do Atraco down so now they won't see a big signboard wo ho usane ko down ho e fe be Puma Hotel udru out the number side ya to Janoka no dear friend na ya baba be so wonsa ajo tata e do akoya se
no bibi keto abi
oh ni aye kan any say fine girls now mo lose so mo relationships any side chicks are moje nkrofo kuno no nini na no executive prostate center ene be boa ama wo ma ye ne nso no ACPA ta enti say utie yen na wo ye oba ewarefo na obi hawa me pacho bra executive prostate center
yada say papa Dr. Christ ne Dr. Nyakon wo free executive prostate center ba ye eno no ni bora ye clinic ho ana center ho na wo mo show me ne wo no mo awie ne mom Mr. say uhia Nokia Samsung iPhone smart TVs sizes ni nyina bi Franco air condition ne tabletop fridges dia na Franco Trading Enterprise na make come for e amount ye wo CCTV cameras nso e wo ho nya bi fabo office anu fie se be ya wetimi monitor bibia e koso e wo bia wo Franco number ni mpeke Franco number wo internet be bia so nemum for number we 0246 422338 0246 422338 and 0555 939311 now on a Franco Trading Enterprise for any enkomo Interschool reading quiz and also eguso ebobo ba nyame yadoma March 17th and esha see 4:30 p.m. sharp or Joy Prime na wajibre na so should be reading into school ranum awofo abatan person do ba ehemu a mesro nchiremu bia woni a making mu no for 0535 207920 0535 207920 na woni mpenfo edi ehon enkomo ba menyina no so na me fancy ne eye me colleague ba ko birthday Dr. Shine Akwa happy birthday nyamishira nyamenye okese onye wakoma so abisade menne wawodai radin surprise o bibie mu onfa mawo medidi afia amankwa tamaklo medasepa omre ene wadaje ante comfort anopa mechia o na nati wan so mechia o me ma menya ko a nso wo mile 7 tantra ho aha ante ja kwa nyamishira wate nyamenye okese modoso pa mrese mesenya bretna sibi mu amachiachia medamo ase kwasinsia ya krado dia semidi kan ba na o mahine kwabna santenso atoso
hinna beka akwasinsia commander 6 kano seniatia
dabi abakacho se dia kokoduro obuo ni die kwa so de bekan asem de akire mpanifo yemfa hu mene kase o mane ya eman obie no oja ne ma to abechechire Ghana de amaye ubia so no de grant e free ebreye broni nye Father Christmas ya mre mo jeni achechire ma na nsi won mu a ebebu ogu enyina ti so bitin de akwasensia asemi de kabre na aso alpebe no di ko mrem se di kan di sa komo we na ye beto akoso so edide bia arefio nti dan kakae e wono ma me chiro pictures bi eye Adaklu Youth Resource Center. Also, Aban AC Resource Centers maku edu Ghana afana nyina. At the time Aban started near war, mantam ne maku du. Until sin and say na Asia beka na sa Aban ahya as consider sa other regions ni nyina CCB also. Eye biaya ye betime di agura hodo bebre e wo so. Eye 5,000 seater capacity stadium. Yes, betime kura bo e ma kura bo kura o wa ma no ayeyi. Etu show TV so ada hono e Adaklu Youth Resource Center. Na Mami da another picture. Amati also FPA. Picture we I think February 2023. Because Obeka ya 6 March 2023. Aha and yekokoye that is 66th independence anniversary no. Yekwen wo Adaklu. Ya ebenhu in the Volta region. Afin pacho mami Adaklu video ne hard 1 year mo asem ne yekayo. 1 year. Maybe chiro video no ahwe Adaklu Resource Center na wa hunu fefefe no afin na wo no 1 year. Afi ba ko pepepe mu ne wen. O say afi ba ko pepepe mu ne wo ye o. 1 year mu ni. 1 year o. Enye konfa no chini kolebu mu de bia edi be 70-80 years ni bio. We ye ni year mu ne we. 66th independence anniversary ye din wo Adaklu Youth Resource Center ekwa na mampani koye year mu ni. Ne tebi wo na hunu TV ne so no. Ne tebia ya ewom na hunu TV ne so no. And it's so sad. Enya no kwa pacho afa quick man fan call Doma Hinkro. Hwe Doma Hinkro Youth Resource Center. Awu TV ne so. Ena no kofo dua de yi. Ampani kopa hontuma eni gie 1.8 million dollars enyina ni age. Menya prophet of doom. Ya anhwe ne ye mehu be 2 years. $1.8 million no will go down the drain. Maintenance culture. Maintenance culture. It's every day o man the car. Every blessed day o man the car. You're starting that bay. Youth Resource Centers, yes. You're starting that bay. Ye ne yetimi asiadu ama enkonya wo nyina ahase kra ewe nache ye starting that bay. Pius Enam Hajide, Minister for Youth and Sports, wham na yo masede to maintain these facilities for us. It won't near Adaklu de na ye no, won't near Doma Hinkro de na ye no, a face kana ye disi ye no. Yes, I could pay best 1/4 the Sadia Coco CSC. It will man in Yesikada, there be a IMF. Omano in Yesikada because you're moving quietly. How can we be spending such huge amount of projects like this? Near Jatuno Asylum. Eno asemi am tifri Minister of Youth and Sport. Person be ya asemi tina mention that mo so no. Me mfa nya asemi person de mo amoye no official. Na fa matimi abeka ho asemi me mfa nya asem kura. But eye se bi bua payo anas eye dey. Se betimi at close to $2 million. And you see a facility like this. Ni aye hwan se bua payo se abro ni aye hwan na ade no asai ni asabe ye alala ni apesika de akwa o man ben ye tim o man ben ya. The same thing with Comfort Teaching Hospital. Say as a sebi ni pen say as a sebi nyalo sebi bru as a nipa but the partner say ni timi atra one mama I did not say to the sense I feel say la sulala eti uche for example the man include there na ye did mu say ya fear the next 5 years ni ababeka cho say and the structural integrity is there it the be nyina ne say that 1.1 million dollars over na the year no ye yudi ni nyina mu ne esa nyina fro na ye Ghana for asabo abamba say oh abaya ya ade o say ade the wo dwiregu ni assess ne foforo the same thing with Confanochi maternity block yes su aban wo do aba ye be hwe sese de ahwe nsese ye gya no hodom ni asa dwiri a whole project as secretary de akom ni adwiri ni nyina asagu ni asa de sikasa akopagya esu hodom. What kind of people are we? Ye ni pabay today be abrofo me de adwen perimi de kada sa adwen mu ha body ne brepa de be abrofo me de adwen asi ni obi a wo hwe bibi so amaye. It is here to be maintained. Yes, say a day. To be now look for you. I'm sure I'm so most what near Jadway home. My own fish yam you. But see, at that clue, 1 year, Pepe, you 66th independence anniversary. And what did you know? 67th independence anniversary. The Coco for you, and that clue, less than a year. And now probably 1 year. Shadow man include Sikaneko. This was a ban sa pay thousands of dollars. Ya sadi esi ade we bi. There be am kam Nyankopon hu yemobo. Nyamu hu yemobo. No me akandifo a adwi oman ho. Omedo Ghana, ye tan Ghana dodo. Oman so kenya ya bro. Ade bi mani pedigie wa abrabom bia asase ye friend Ghana de amayen na afi adai medini akwesi so man ko plasant na be ya fo atrase o man boko de
well akwesi boko se medin ka dia tu anim say we are in the Ghana month. And some of these lapses, no, the bar, it's very much appreciated. And adia bako abribia dan besi ekaya ho. Eno na meyama we na mayama me ho na mayama de ohwe no. And all the time I remind you say mo amode mo wato letters to a former political party NPP and NDC, you know. If you've been part of the process from 1992, meaning say all the manifestos of the political parties no ibia or wha esi ebema Ghana sa konachi meaning need that no so any so you sound for you cannot simply say it is the responsibility of the president. Yeah, any former political parties and India for Ghana for so abeli betina so appoint many of the money the Ghana for the also, only this center we are shown, sir. And if you listen to the figures, I could see 1.8 a quarter form. Yebesha, any okay, building inspectors in bar. Normally, very important term. Yes, obo can keke. Structure no, na ho de no. Above form, the be secrecy drilling in ego. The drilling sika 1.8 ni na no. Ya to actually baby. So, because that's the normal way, but the bit me know me no share no power, which I've started on this platform and that of Ekosise. And every day, I think we need to remind ourselves. It's the national pledge.
Sure.
I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. Tiakwesi, me answer. I know I say. The pledge, no, and Tamnankasa ID Dijumano, whether we understand it or not.
Yeah.
I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage, won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things. I was in part with you.
Yeah.
The what can is here. I pledge myself say me konya kwanya be part of the youth resource center na me manage ho. Me konya ebe ye tina akonya Pius Hajide team na. Me konya na me part of the team part of the monitoring and evaluation team na. The one kasa and tam kesi a one kasa waka no. And na me jibre akinkan ma no. O say I pledge myself. And I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. And Mamenka Ghana, your good name neither that.
Yeah.
It is enye wono na obe say no. That's the difference. We already have a good name. It is yours. Good name was secured by our forefathers. Almost 12 ne almost sweat no mo de adi good name this year. Oh, they say you are building on the good name. 4 times Africa champion. You are building on that. Oh, so look at that area no. After 4 times African champion, no. We say championship be Asabeka one. Means that it takes time. So the area, it's funny. Comic relief from journalists, from presenters, from a 24 spare parts dealers, trot Shusha obia out 20 nyonko the cross around pa obia person BT system no obia person oya fast no BT no e kura trust levels from suspicion in kwa na edi adwuma obia ji obia ni ti bia da obia ni tete wasa. This is where we have come to, and it's sad. That is why me put say akwasi di normal bi bana muso bi gina ba bi no so no or you die in the wool NDC or MPP ntino adeba for national conversation. It becomes a challenge discussing it as a Ghanaian, but rather obviously position as an MPP person or as an NDC person. Our health system is breaking down, and it didn't break down today. Because Konfanochi Crawford or to intervene, it should tell you as Ghanaians whether we've lived up to that expectation. A debut that metna mekana office mi dwa so. Se me akwada ketu akra meka se me wie suku aye form 5 1990. Yeah. Accra Kumasi Road, ABC Ne, NDC Aba, MPP Aba, NDC Aba, MPP Aba, 1990. ABC 2024. Can you imagine? 1990. It is those who were before me crowded there. Omo kakra. Because me kwa make a brimeni so 1990. Accra Kumasi Road to 2024. And we still think that we are growing. Maybe no the omodia, so omore, as political parties. Yeah. They are conduit keke. But you are a part of it. It's you are part of the solution. You cannot sit back and lament every day. Politicians in our so come in our boma. So we have a bigger problem, bigger than what we are looking at as we speak. Very bigger one. It do this akwasi ankasa no pay pictures or the atrewi. Akwasi pictures or the atrewi we na no pay. Se o bono ahafu makambum na o adekulo zo a. What the pictures or the atrewi no pay. The president should drive to Adekulo. Yeah. No anko fa so ne sekan no fa moa. No, I think that's where we got into now. And then you can bring our Jomama in, you can bring our Baumia in. They cannot be solutions to the problems of this country if, as citizens, we are also not ready to cooperate. Tinamka say, baby, a Pius Hajide also provides such an important agency. Nasadia invested 1.8 million just a year back. A hokwana mampanyin kodi eye Ghana woda. Enti ebe na kwesi ntimi kan jo say no osiri wontim se kofu dia di wasiri kra. I was me how I've read the pledge and the yakra na say esare so to say so help me God. Ghana for no. Nyambe Debi Nyame de otiase etwem. Nyambe Republic. Yeah, etwem. That's why I see it's a very serious. That's what I'm trying to say. So me the famine kwame situation come. Me say me we school 1990.
Yeah.
Na Accra Kumasi Road. Ebisi sa no pay ayeka say it's still uncompleted. And now me kwame see we school ache. You can imagine those who came before me kwame be ice me. See, that is the picture. Very good picture. That we see there, if you want to go to the assemblies, go to our budget. Now, every year, piano, Sikai try to go for a fee. Like I said, we've been truthful to ourselves, sir. You just imagine. Go to the assemblies. Or musica can say every almost a fee. And look at this. Although you trust 660, you trust 600, they try we are to only a country try we are count, they try to boom, sir. Still, if you pass there, who say that and that year.
I mean, your money, I mean, your phone.
That's it, that's it. No, also, man, Castle Tardin, and they did, and we are done. A Tardin for ye, the Castle for ye in Casama. Wouldn't matter, they want my kind of tree master. Coca bro, for be chair, no papa, no crime, or tears. If you try have boys, the coca said, I put it on the table, say, hey, do Castle, did you? I was with that. So they put test because I'm a wood maker. My child, my papa, hires Badwam on Adom TV. My main house here, it's not complete on Club Papa Military Enum. That's a previous that's how Jibril face here. Now, I'm a Saku could do this and find Juma. They hear our minimum no friend say, ye bet to me, Eddie or see Ayo in terms of in Koma Hodua, ye di our hand museum. Well, Kel brands, as I say, more Kel's 360 toothpaste, more Kel Case toothpaste, and Kel Chaco toothpaste. So, for more 059 380 9227 and 0246 865798. And I feel St. Andrews for admission into a year SHS still in process. Or no and Krabatano or mining baby, Miami do be brave. Boarding facilities also available. For 0244 6911 or 0207891004. One of us belated one, you know, the former Greater Accra Regional Chairman Adekoka, and then the immediate past National Chairman of the NDC, Chairman of Uswampofo, and running Rechi, and Mudi Mawoda, in fact, Nami Pesemi by BT me, the Mufan Chairman, the Chairman of Uswampofo. Yours was yesterday, a belated one, Chairman Adekoka, and Rechi, also Udi Wawoda, into Munana, Awoda Sonko. And I plead Serade Emma Warding to go beyond 94.7 as a could see say. That's not say Doc. Yeah. And also to only wedding year. It doesn't matter the circumstances. Oh, yeah. Only wedding. I best think. Yeah, and we be able to call. Okay, I would ask a medium. I'm missing family and two. Good. First lady, I think, and then baby, and Henry Cote. And oh, I see. And before I forget, once I'll do tomorrow. Yeah. That's a already. Oh, wow. Henry Sudieja, I wouldn't say Greater Accra, Badwam morning. To say Sudieja, Interior Ministry. Yeah. You know, on Odano. Very fantastic minister. Henry Cote. Send me to me call. In the new office, the old office in Deja, now me tie Australia into new one. Me pay me military and police suit at Deja, but to me Australia, na yedin komo. Yep. But no about the other chain, yaba usho so. Yeah. But now so unka bono asembia o. Watch out. Me patch over we. We don't make us very important. In pay me ba. Yeah. Me no the kind crowns and a national. Yeah. It's very important. Don't say. Yeah, just normally be here to see all workers. Yeah. Your colleague, who is my very good friend, Aquinas, also Chow. Yeah. Aquinas. My brother. Also Chow. Maybe come on. One day, see my cousin till death. Nobody unseats you. You do that just because you live good and you live well with them. Almost all the research that we've done over time, you have a key point beyond I think your man kitty crowd away. Yeah. That's
man. Yeah.
Everything
that you will be aware.
Anytime we do that check, and your man kitty be crowd you're conscious of that thing. And the people love you.
We are 7.
Okay. Yes, I know it's for
12 years.
Yes, and I can key people and their opinion leaders be I don't know how you manage to get their heart. Very funny but very, very delicate. Who underestimating in so won't say they be a bit my time or skill be I don't know.
Maybe at all didn't hear.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Service to the people.
Yeah, I think you're good with it.
Do the best.
But BBI okay.
BBI okay. I mean, Kronum idea, but.
Who can say Kronum idea? Mo say I don't person can idea na person mo say.
Well,
because I know say once you are there at travel wide, any this global economy is how it operates and how deficient we are as an economy and as a country.
Yeah.
But they be a damo say.
Also we are similar thing.
Also your mind more higher thing.
And then I'll be asking.
Let me qualify the statement. A man Ghana, no more. Okay. A man Ghana.
That's what people say. Follow up say. So we can say, "Oh man, ni more dear." Now, Mama, also the history of what is happening in the world, which yeah. The end of year soon quite in my
other places. That's the issue.
What is the problem?
Well, first of all, Abani Amamchia Mfa Yashasi has Mfa Cheson Kuma wait for one of our hand and I pay and then to the good people of Cape Coast. And then my brother here.
Now more money or Cape Coast. Well,
I say the good people of Cape Coast. I mean the whole of Cape Coast is good.
The man. At the police station in Cape Coast.
Police station in Cape Coast.
If you Cape Coast. There's money for.
So the bad people.
So can the good people and the bad people.
I see.
Community policing. They work with it. Yeah. And my brother Doc. Yeah. I think last night when we were both going home, we reminded ourselves and the pay your program. And I'm here yourself. Me who for a very long time. I feel me who to us. So it looks like we are now running the same clock.
It happens.
Yeah. I think in the last 7 years, Abani Ba Obapa, just like any government, you know, yes, who manifesto a butcher and Lama Ayade Bayan. Government, governance is actually what happens to you when you are in office, not what you have planned to come and do. And you never be able to miss one a form of government, you know. Now, that's what happened to us in other ways, in terms of commodity prices. We are seeing cocoa, all these things, prices, you know, West African gas pipeline, the disruption in it, and a series of other things. The doomsday situation, which President Mahama inherited, or the NDC government inherited, as a result of investment in the energy sector. And there are challenges in that area. Eventually, the doomsday was solved. It looks as if doomsday no sarabibio. Then when you come to this current government, yes, there was COVID. COVID affected Vietnam. And then, of course, Russia-Ukraine war also happened, also affected many countries in terms of supply chain disruptions. But I always say, Namaka, on several occasions, that when, in fact, there says mpapan, or let's say straw, let me make it. Is this Sudan? Na ehumtu, no ubuda no go foam, and when you get up out of it, first thing you do is you blame the wind. But when you turn around and realize that we neighbors done sisiwa, then you begin to blame the materials upon which you build your house on. As I was Sudan.
So it's true, we can blame the COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war, but still other countries are moving on.
Moving on. I don't know.
We are not.
Where
the problem?
The Fantas coined this from, but it fits the current situation. So now the question on my hand, ask yourself, is that why are we in abandon what the situation it will mean? Then other countries, when you look at all the indicators and what is going on there, I mean, some indicators are measured differently. Okay, but at the end of the day, the hardship in our Ghana is are real and very difficult. And it's as a result of, we said it, mismanagement, corruption, wasteful expenditure, frivolous expenditure, and we can cite examples, baby. And then bad policies, bad policy choices by this government. Now, government ni failure are on two fronts. One is bad policy choices made by the government. The second one is good policies implemented badly. These are the two things of this government.
Go back again. One is good policies.
Good policies
implemented badly.
And the second one is bad policies choices by this government. And if examples now, so many of them. First of all, let's take abandonment power. The first mistake they did. Maybe there was a nuisance taxes. So they came and, popular. But obi am pay to your tax. Tax if you're a nuisance on your tax on here. But what the finance minister, and this is the first mistake by the finance minister, is that when you're a finance minister, tax biara, it goes towards a certain expenditure item. Because your budget is your budget is your expenditure, and the revenue has funded that expenditure. If you don't have enough revenue, in our case in Ghana, we never get enough revenue. But it was a surplus. It's surplus on being by a part of the world. It's always a deficit. Because your revenue always, your revenue, revenue you're short, if I can put it that way. And it doesn't meet all the expenditure items. Anytime there are any finance minister, Babado obey increase the taxes. And there are certain expenditures on Yusika other fund, maybe on pedo okobobosia. Because Busa was an implication. Inti over tried other than taxes and baba. Always you try there broad in taxes and I'm a BA to me to be. That's why most taxes are indirect. Because indirect, or affect to via like VAT. So when you come as a finance minister and you decide say certain taxes be a nuisance, then it may also be true that certain expenditures are also nuisance. So when you take the nuisance revenue, as you call it,
take away there,
yes, and you leave what is a nuisance expenditure.
About the problem, Baba.
Baba. Now, there is only one way, only one way to fund your budget if you don't have the revenue. And it's that's the only way. So tell me I can deficit here bosabo. And every year the accumulation of your deficit, that's what becomes your debt. So you start on a foot that I have nuisance taxes. You take them out. Now make any provision to meet those expenditure items now. Maybe nuisance. Now, then you are going to have the problem of going to borrow. Then you start the borrowing. It's like, hey, you get trigger happy. You go for the borrowing year after year, then Abrofubakacho is snowballs to become something that you can. That is the reason why today Ghana's debt is over 600 billion. From where they took it from, 120 or 122, depends on who you talk to, billion, I was here, they have now taken it to over 600 billion. That tells you that Abaniba office, in a space of 7 years, will borrow over 500 billion Ghana cedis. Now, you compare that to John Mahama's period. The borrowing is 120 or 122. In terms of in terms of revenue, if you go back to 2017 and you get all the revenue outturns, I'm not talking about budget revenue. Budget revenue is the revenue you project that you are going to get. Then something happens and you may have to come and revise it. Then you get an outturn. So if you look in 2017 budget, because the budget was written, 2017 government comes to power, so they write the budget in March anyway. But budget no will be read hand for the next year. No. The outturn is only up to September. That is the third quarter. So it is previous year in the budget. Neighborhood the actual outturn for that the year ahead. Neighborhood the actual outturn. Now, if you look through all the outturns, I'm not talking about projections. Revenue are busy Nana Akufo-Addo na Benin for the last 7 years is 505 billion. I quoted this on the floor of Parliament. I think yes in the
cedis or dollars.
We are talking about cedis here. Honorable Atuforson quoted his figures about 139 billion. That comes to about 925 billion cedis, because Honorable Forson stated that he's not added grants. But what the figure I'm quoting, which is over 1 trillion, includes total in the budget what show total revenue and grants. So those were the things I'm looking at. So it means that President Mahama got 90 billion in the period that he was in office in terms of revenue and grants. So when you put it together, what's Kufuor 10 billion or so, we took it to 120. So means President Mahama added 110. As a car, the revenue of 19, it means that President Mahama had a total money in his hand is 200 billion. As against Nana Akufo-Addo's 1 trillion, over 1 trillion. That is 5 times the money President Mahama. Now, you can go down and look at the list.
For a financial person, so an expansion of, again, your base, and contribute to some of these things. An expansion of the economy, it contributes to some of these things. All these things, builds you up.
I'm not talking about what it contributes to. I am talking about to whom much is given.
Much is expected.
Much is expected. Yes, when the economy expands, revenues will come.
Revenues need back.
Yes, I'm not talking about where the revenues came from, because President Mahama operated with one oil field. When Nana Akufo-Addo came, 2 others were given to him, Sankofa and 10. So they operated with 3. So obviously you have
additional revenue.
Yes.
What has been used?
Question is, what has Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP government used 1 trillion cedis for?
But you are in Parliament. You are the best person to respond to some of these things. And the end, as I see, are buying way under the leadership of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Is it the case?
Yes.
But you can testify to the ODI.
No. That's where the problem is. Now I talked about bad policies. Now, and good policies. Let's take a good policy. Free education is a good policy.
Free SHS.
Yeah, free SHS. Why enshrining in Constitution? That when the economy becomes good,
progressively you have to get
progressively free, which is what President Mahama was doing. Progressively. Then Nana Akufo-Addo came. No.
Now
you will have a generation. You miss a generation if you do it progressively. So let's do it now. Now, the first thing as I hear you, and I don't know whether it's the fault of journalists or members of parliament or whatever, is that when a policy comes, you examine policy, where the money is actually going to come from. So free education, good as it may, the question is that nobody really asks the MPP government and Akufo-Addo and Bawumia where that money is going to come from.
So you admit good policy, but scanty resources. We cannot operate fully.
Yes, because the policy is not fully funded. So you are going to have problems. Okay, Nana Akufo-Addo went somewhere, just Al Jazeera or BBC or whatever. When the journalist was bold to ask you,
what goes into free
fantastic policy, but where are you going to get the money from? Also, Obagana.
Or the Chimudbebre.
Or the Chimudbebre. And in there. So it doesn't surprise me as an economist. And it should not surprise any rational or reasonable Ghanaian that if you want to do something and you don't have the money for it, you can't actually do it. One of the problems you see in this country, there are a lot of builders who construct houses. Somebody starts working because of the cost of renting a house and all that. Immediately they start working. They want to build a house. Those houses are not fully funded. But now start your and you want to build a house. So you see that this country, Ghana, is littered with uncompleted buildings because those buildings have not been funded. The guy or the lady is thinking that I'll go along and do that.
Progressively.
Yes. But when we apply that to free education, the generation that won't miss free education are going to go through an education that the quality will be poor.
Compromised.
And that is the situation we are in now. We have our kids, what that veranda do. We have our kids, is the banana. We see them on social media. It's terrible. I thought my food in my days at Adesada was bad. A combe, 83, 84.
Yellow corn time, no.
Yellow corn time, no kai. Is the corn now? I start the yellow. Now, these kids are going to, and then you have your kid come home 3 months, or go school 1 month. We have this track and all that. Now they say there's no track, but life
so a good policy by implementation, very challenging.
Very challenging. Another good policy with another bad implementation.
Another good policy.
Yeah. With a bad implementation is planting for food.
And when you say no agreement is a phase 2 or the other?
Well, I mean, when your phase 1 is bad and you have not reviewed.
But was it that bad?
It was extremely bad to an extent that the minister, in a knee-jerk reaction, our prices here so high.
Of course, it's the Anibal Ministry.
Of course, it's the Anibal Ministry.
But he gave a reason. The reason being that Buapayom, Adriana for Yankura Nasi. The excuse has always been acquiring a car de banso ebeji abode nti the kwan and the car na abode nyina ka ho decided here the ministry like where my mother used to work way back, Ghana Food Distribution Corporation, GAD, yeah adopted our process ni bi na yan kasa ministry mo hoka na yan twi nnuane ni megu krom then omo di dwa was nnuane abeba abetoto at a cheaper price.
You see, this is a problem right there. This, I don't know if it's a policy. I wouldn't even want to call it
it's not a policy.
Yes.
I think they were trying to test and see.
But why did that end? And this,
well,
they won't tell you the other ministry. So, what a waste of everybody's time. Because you don't have a plan. This is the problem with this government. They don't have a plan on the things they do. They want the sound by the good stuff.
The optics, no?
Yeah, the optics. When it comes to the actual doing, they fall short. Everything about them is wishful thinking, but not actually doing it.
Reality is in the
reality is in Agenda 111. This, that, and it's still on the thing is still on the ground. It hasn't happened. So we are where we are. 600 billion cedis later. Ghana, Ghana, if you look at it in finance terms, in economic terms, in accounting terms, Ghana is technically a bankrupt country. Ghana. Technically. And I'm using the word...
Because of your figures now.
Because your figures now. I'm not talking about things we have on the ground, because we still have wealth on the ground. It is casual, but still on come there. You look at our
books now.
Yeah, what are your books now? You look at our asset. Your asset in the any GDP, you say about 8 trillion or so this year. You look at our asset, GDP, revenues, and all that. Now, achieve that against our expenditure or our liabilities.
There's a problem.
There's a problem. Because your debt, including external debt, any appropriations, appropriations is a liability. You don't get a positive figure.
Answer. Wow.
And not only bankrupt, Ghana is actually an insolvent country. We didn't qualify to get an IMF.
But afraid we are a hash on Ghana. We are a hash on Ghana. Look, are we that bad? Looking into our books, we know there are challenges, but are we that bad?
When I meet my NDC colleagues, are excited about coming back to power.
You tell them the challenge.
The things I tell them frightens them. That look, don't get so happy. You will fall out of favor with Ghanaians very, very soon, the moment you get the power. Because whole now I dig at one or Chan Cathedral whole.
The whole ahead of us.
Yes.
Cathedral whole deep.
Yeah. I mean what you it could be a hole. We open the hole and a few days ago.
No.
Truth be told, I think that Ghana has challenges, to some extent, but I'm of the opinion that there's something about visionary leaders, and idea about visionary leaders. No, one way I won't tell you. Now, why would I say that? The intermakers are let's cite one policy Ricketts Honorable our issue with. Now, much sure the entire, though we are late, we should applaud Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Even though we are late.
Because free SHS, we are late as a country. Baby, Ghana is saying na ankeda. Any baby ye drew and empo. Ye kasi free SHS I are implementing was badly done. No? I think we're late. Now, unze independence. Kwame Nkrumah kasi ye jidene. Ebisu kasi yen train. As it stands now, a lot of us are in support of CAJ.
That's what Ricketts are kind of. I say,
send me.
One idea of Marco Sen, knowing very well, say, Mercury and Karaka catches your number two, and yet Kakra. Me develop it.
Me develop it.
Ghana dime be bria, I'm ranting Baba when it's not Kansas.
Nyabutre, me develop it.
Okay.
Now, me point is maybe Antonio, but my boy students beer, and yes, some call free SHS more. Look when you're Uncle B and him say, almost to be bongoma.
But for free SHS.
Ama Mbrantia name Babi opportunity to show Ghana say almost to me di ngoma. Na every day me pride him who say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo opportunity our create ma mabunti no. Some people anka enye sa chance yanka omunye accountant, omunye lawyer, omunye doctor because of sa opportunity. Ama teachers being who say, nkwalay are gifted. Nkenye free teachers and komeja ni omuna almost opportunity no. Na me kan kusi say Friday na ye International Women's Day o. Nanka no crep hand ye ejebi beka say Kwame Nko na adjoint fie mo nko school ana kojo enko na ya menu entene fie but isan sa bold and share na de bae and then me no ka say ye Supreme Court justice so ban da no me no ka say mo ankasa NDC mo de oba na be mo abediche ana me boa
correct
now share the quality and number of mba esan sa suban bonia na ye wo mu wo man mu a ye man be makọ na mba atena fie no hwe mba dodo a omo nimdi a oman na hwede dada enti se ne na dodan kwa free SHS ama ye mba ene mema eko school bomu a mimpo de anka no enkwa ye na for me enti se ye ka affirmative action ana se ye ka kwan a ye faso abo bia wo man ni mu a I think say social intervention way regardless of the amount of money idea shemono me I'm for it now the ya e wo wi asia fa na mu na human capital investment na presidents be conform for that presidents be lose election for that it's an identity because would you sika at the show be more school in fasudie no it's very difficult to quantify immediately. I know the major records, so they made it because we are aware, say, human capital investment, it take a decade or 2 decades, and some of them now, young Kaya Krano, made the Biameka say, zebra crossing, ne cattle crossing, your drivers say, won't come her, and come back as a chobano by 5 years from now. So our drivers may be in Ghana because your social capital no are improving. Now, you can't share me who another de bia. Me say, oh yeah, as a Minister of Education, I didn't come as a former Minister of Education. Didn't you make us say, ye ejuma na be ye pa. Ejapadia we jadi jawa edimua enye cow enye dan enye fie eye nimdie and also the major records ebejia to mu say o papa eja onimdie a obetumi abo na ejapade kakra no eho ban obetumi so atre ehie no mu because of the nimdie we ja ana wona ede amao enti na ne nananom eton montum na de ekosku na yebeye krachia yetumi ahwefie anas ye peja ye nananom efri bibi omote akote bia foforo enti eneno me case so say no matter the cost and no matter the challenges are free such a woman no for me adomako kisi there me there I think say there was no better time, there will never be a better time to start this program enti se nanando aye na me cause indicators enye infrastructure na maami hu nimdie eye system na e wo school hon e na maami nimdie me ko school na ye university bi abbo ye science lab na nye nimani na na wo ho but the culture in the school and e boa me enti me kan ko si say though some of us ebia yete abobaso na yesu ande no me nua be ma eye far better because dachi enya abobaso na better na maybe a plush air conditioned room ebia obetna a very wonderful comfortable environment edia your business enye sika amoman no enya also ohun faso enti me kan kosi no me de policy na ye kan ohwemu nkrata sema obeka se bia endiambo oman no but maybe me so make case so say ejapade edimu a weja ana ona betumi jama on there e free such as me at times that me go school na me so me
he's not fought it. He has a challenge.
What man say?
He has not fought it.
What man say?
Education is key. On kunti education.
Oh, say all kasi free such as no. Na nke progressive. What man say?
Onso am say. Onso so if you do no echi no man be hu say ade na do abe no. ɛho amfa so
ɛnɛ no
ɔno nso say
ɛnɛ no ne kaneɛ den
ahohiahia no a yɛwɔ mu no which could have been better managed using the other option no could have saved all of us. But quickly from the ECG, installation of distribution transformers within ECG operational areas. The Electricity Company of Ghana Limited wishes to inform our cherished customers and the general public that so far 630 distribution transformers within the communities across our operational areas have been identified to be full to capacity due to increased demand. This situation may result in blown fuses and broken conductors, causing outages, especially during the peak load period, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the affected areas. However, we wish to assure our customers that transformers upgrading and new projects are ongoing to relieve these transformers to ensure a more reliable power supply. Customers within the underlisted communities localities are therefore advised to report any localized outages or voltage fluctuations to the ECG call center, blah, blah, blah. So we continue to seek the support and patience of affected customers as we work to improve our power distribution system. ECG, help ECG to serve you better. But me call this to know the...
In fact, Ghana for Mummy and Kanokre, lawyer Dubik, our ECG, no, a branch, no, a wakukudro. Why yet the Mikra mean to me, you know, what fighting system, no, without fear. And Oshe say a branch to me be doom, backbin, ekania. Oshe in Kofua would do Kanya to claim what is due ECGR. I think say I will give him the man of the year as a CEO or yet the Ghana for SSA. Now, Mestre government facilities are at the ECG for Omunkutia, including say, even presidency at the car Omunkutia, because I didn't a chain say ECG and Tia on also car na in a bread. So at my into a honor mebona basso, a branch and the big wherever you are, so be back at a woman say conphobic cania cough in there, but oh, ball homoding. I didn't a mumienka. I think you know, there's a person that he's empowered and he's doing the right thing for Ghanaians. Now to the beer, the year, no, we face a lot of challenges. What's about so I can't call Kolibua could do this year. You make us a P, but me sure say Kolibuso at the ECG car. Me sure say Confanoche at the ECG car. And see CEOs a war Kolibuni Confanoche Muso Munko Chebi. Na a branch and a born homodding.
But when you think about it, really, I mean, I always want to step back and look at the whole system. A branch of Abonizini or Bonhomism, yes. He's a lone ranger.
Unfortunately.
The question we have to ask ourselves, many we are members of parliament. What is the actual problem? Abonizini parliament was a kawa wuntia. You are talking about all these institutions we are talking about are Abrenche or Chase one. They happen to be state institutions, most of them, including stadiums built by the government. So what is the structure like? Because, you know, we do a budget and give allocation.
And I say I'm buying some more institutions near the NTR. So there's a change.
No,
that's that transition. It will take a while.
What is the business of parliament that gives parliament money? Parliament doesn't do any business that gives parliament money. So whatever they say, the money is still a subvention. It's coming from the state.
Consolidated fund.
Yes, consolidated fund. If the consolidated fund is empty,
you have a point.
The institutions will also be empty.
You have a point. And
therefore, this man's work basically becomes also make effort. We have to look at where we are spending money. Where we are spending.
You hear hospitals.
Well,
priorities no.
Yes, but when you mismanage it, when every year becomes a year of roads, you are not making progress.
No, but this year, pan there in some kind of there. Oh yeah, where's the
problem with declaring a year as a year of votes?
Every year you declare.
It doesn't even
deficits no.
But deficits
no cancer deficits. Well, but road deficits now are real.
But it's real.
You're real.
Yeah, but don't declare. You don't have to declare.
Say anything. Because once you try to
Ghana for
dual carriage. You try to wow say you know Cape Road.
And even with Aquanya, airport way.
Drive just 1 hour.
Was Dr. Baumia in Takradi or was in Cape Coast?
Na airport crowd, na quite voter is it we issue na there.
Na Hope City my.
Hope City. Or say airport. Any harbor.
Oh, Hope City the mama farm. You don't compare it and that's past.
Oh no, sir, okay airport.
Private individual supported.
Hope City mem. Hope City mama farm.
We have a problem.
But the problem is that your priorities ain't getting it right.
A country in 2017, Abai say, or excess capacity.
And you spill over for more.
I'll say mine were excess capacity, which is about
30 million.
2017, right?
Yeah, when they came to office.
Yeah, that's spill over.
One of the things that. Population.
And Americano. Or excess capacity.
Industrialization
in 7 years,
use more power.
What has happened?
What has happened?
A lot of industrial.
We used to give electricity to our neighbors. We have stopped. This is a country with excess. It's always been the vision. Oh yeah, stop, maybe. Or they don't get as much as they should
because
be
getting. Revenue free over the Jaya.
And then confusion.
Why? Is the center not holding?
The center is not holding.
It is holding.
At the moment, Ghana is on autopilot. We have a lame duck president.
There be.
President Limbraso. I say, you man, will be. You probably ban the Baba Trias. I don't know what is that same president?
I don't know what
president had
a state of the nation.
No, yes, state of the nation. President. Call baby. You be sad to say. I think it was during the election.
Your baby, Ekasa Idimu.
And the baby Okasa,
State of the Nation Address. State of the Nation Address. Then
the president, yes, State of the Nation.
And then that is not.
A lot of projects. That's why
yes,
wishful thinking. You know, this is the president who praises himself. Say, or the bondholders come with you. It is the biggest payment he's made.
Or the motorway can you
who even advised him to say that?
Oh, say you knew you
who's a dog and some okay, you be chatting, everything is in the future. And that future gets rolled over.
But in some kind, so and I won't hear. And also,
look, my
I
mean, you can't. You have to be honest with you, and I can confess.
Maybe we've bitten more than we can chew. I know they all come into us, you know, in a way. We took on too many grand, you know, things.
I mean, but it's not bitten more than you can chew. You've bitten things you can't chew.
No man question will be my view.
Yeah.
And call them
put a worry. That's the thing.
I was I can say you.
I bet you put in. I mean, look at the hunger and everything going on. Ghana and Kwani Krua.
Also, they come.
Yes, because can you imagine if we were not? Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Because we're in a post-COVID economy.
Just imagine.
Post-COVID.
Just imagine that if we are living in a country where we didn't have a policy for planting for food and jobs, what would have been the situation? What? Because even in planting for food and jobs,
times are tough.
The biggest chunk of our inflation is food inflation.
We must admit those.
In the midst of that.
We must admit those say are dropping. I know at least the new agric minister, finance minister,
encouraging. But
Nanka Okotos, I mean,
they're picking up.
Even 30 seconds progress.
Nanka.
And they claim credit.
Oh, no.
30 seconds.
Unsustainable, you know.
All the in your bancho, Banjan and Billy. I started there, so I've been.
How do we take ourselves off this challenge?
We need to stop borrowing.
It's not possible.
It is possible. Why is it not possible?
No,
I'm always saying stop borrowing. I'm not saying say won't just go. Excessive borrowing, maybe I should qualify it. Stop the excessive borrowing in an agency kana 1 years what kind of was this kind of.
But
there is so much corruption going on in this country. You see, the biggest thing about corruption is that they will tell you to prove it. And the people who commit all these things, you know, they know that corruption is difficult to prove.
No.
So they go on doing these things. I mean, when you hear some of the scandals,
some things appear so, but that is more of the case.
Corruption is always appears.
That is more of the case. Where is the 1 trillion? What's the matter?
I be there, but where is that money?
But I don't know. You've enjoyed a 1 million to a constituency facility. So unable to just
share 33 e-blocks here. You see.
Yeah, you've enjoyed.
You see more than NDC Mrea. Or say
But Nana,
STEM school. 9.
Another important
7 NA operation.
Yeah.
I mean, in your
STEM, very important. Very important.
Now, what you say, Nana TVET, NDC TVET. TVET equipment and another Danko Kufa do Diabano. And you be
what's your money train service?
Just say, aeronautic in Yama.
Abba.
Oh,
but as well.
What was it? It's Biaweni. Biaweni Kakra.
But come 1 million to a
yes, 1 million.
You never enjoyed it?
I never even saw anything.
Debbie.
$10.
You collaborate with your
maybe dog got it.
You collaborate
with 1 million. Maybe by second term.
When you're 1 million.
But you collaborate
second term, first term, whatever. 1 million was supposed to be every year for 8 years.
When you be cry.
Second term, I mean, it didn't materialize, which you know. The second term, maybe they maintain it.
It never materialized before you came, and it has still not materialized.
Okay, so Dr. Rapper for us.
Yo, me demand no is, you know. I think I'm happy, say cabinet presidency. Yeah, where say minor times are tough. There's another presidency and KB omunjintum so minor bro. But we dear cabinet are jet to take measures and steps. Now, maybe Warishimu say there's hope in the future. And you might turn around. And could see even by June, July there. Make I say COVID no be say by June, July there. And then COVID ravages in
thanks to hospitals.
And I'm hoping say in Kakanga so mine be ye so and now Kasim me Kaswa Fosso say Ghana might be here now if we wouldn't me more than even the political class, because the political class is fewer than you know all of us. Now yes super be why says yes sano. Hey and no many me partners I war America almost necessary for her normal be there because they are not scoring very well. So that's what I'm saying. Your commitment to study and perform no ya kasa so ya akeche. I'm pleading say Ghana for your feeling of entitlement no. Yente sukakra. Na yenye ejuma because ejuma ding will pay you more than any cutting corners. Inti kakra mekano no and a dienya in this country. Obi ba anye ye crowdin say MP na akose. Obi ba anya school based on bad grades kra or say MP. Esi assistant sa culture no. Sa feeling say manyaze cry saminya what is you know
protocol.
Yeah, yes ejai.
Okay, so are you believing say you are the next potential government?
One
Definitely.
Definitely. Yes.
Definitely. Because more you papa.
Oh, it will be.
Because moon can hear me mate what is the alternative? More alternative what is it?
Economy.
I don't say woman dada.
24-hour
economy. So only 1D1 F I'll be expecting.
Regulating the space of Okada. Making sure that the disadvantage will get into university, or pay attention.
Creating
that
school scholarships,
access to
what is different? Or say no guarantor needed.
Okay.
Any the more can
24-hour economy, it will be a game changer.
Oh.
And then a Ghana here says
no.
It's a no.
All the face it is by will be the game changer.
What you know, no. I didn't say
no. 24-hour economy.
No.
Okay,
24-hour
New York.
24-hour economy. It's not one policy. It's a multiplicity of policies.
I know the moon sign for that 24 the moon sign control 24
when you are not producing the things here.